Alright, this is the playtest of WBS, where we're actually joining just finished character creation. With me is Izendale playing Wu Ming, and Draco playing Long Fen. Ugh. Alright, so you guys have been training at monastery in a forest for quite some time now. And your elder has come up to you saying he has a very important mission for you. Yeah, he introduces a man in purple robes and saying that he's requested escort through the forest. Normally he would take the path, but there has been rumors about some great beast attacking those who take the regular path, so instead he's required an escort. Um, yeah, you're gonna have to help me out here, guys. I don't know if you want
Sounds
to
easy enough.
float.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's fine then.
Yeah.
So I guess you just go to head off then? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
I mean, yeah, go ahead.
Not gonna, discuss anything. So.
In the forest, are there usually any sort of wildlife?
Might be the occasional animals, but from your elder tells you that it's become bandit territory lately. So that's why he
Okay,
needs
so
an escort through the forest.
Yeah, cool. So there's other risks than the great beast.
Yeah,
There
the great
is,
beast
yeah.
seems to only attack those who wander the main path. So he's had to take a
Fair
detour
enough.
through the forest.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Right. So you're heading off then. Give me a check. I need to play jam roll. How do I do them again? Right. Okay. You guys can't see that roll, can you?
We cannot.
Nope.
Okay, just making sure I'm doing it right.
Yeah, and we also cannot see that anything has been rolled.
Okay. Right. Okay, so you're wandering out into the forest. The merchant says that he knows the way that he needs to go, and you're following him. Are any of you taking any particular precautions or anything, or just seeing what happens?
Fang tells the merchant that while you know the way, let me walk out front. Tell me if I've strayed.
Alright.
And he will stand in front of the merchant, and the merchant can tell him if he's going the wrong way.
Okay.
And woman is going to just bring up the rear, making sure, concentrating on hearing actually, pretty much.
Alright, so just you take him point around, surrounding him as much as you can.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, after about half an hour, the merchant turns around to you embarrassed and says that he kind of went the wrong way from the monastery. So you're gonna have to head back the other way. He's wasting a bit of your time. Nothing major, but time has been wasted.
Okay. Do we remember the way back here? Can we?
Yeah, you've been
navigate
walking in a straight
surely?
line. You've been
Okay,
walking in a
cool.
straight line so far. Bear
Yep.
with me, I'm just looking up. The main thing that time is going to do is, when it comes to stamina, which drains over time.
Yep.
Just gotta keep track of things, so, yeah. So, an hour longer. Yeah. That was about, say, 15 minutes used up then. Yeah. Problem is, I've tried to set up quick roll macros, but you can't quick roll a GM roll.
You
Which is-
can't?
Not
I
that
thought you can.
I couldn't work out how to.
Alright. I haven't actually done macro rolls here, so I don't.
Yeah. Actually, I'll try setting one up. Because that'll make things so much quicker. Alright. Okay, now it works for me.
Cool. Just be aware, we can hear when you roll. So when you GM roll, we can't see the result, but we will know because it makes the roll sound and it plays through your Discord.
That's fine,
I mean,
guys, really.
I was gonna say, another thing you can do is basically just mute your tab if you're using.
Oh, right. Right. So the only reason...
I'm assuming you can. I'm assuming Firefox has the same thing, but at the very least, Chrome has the function to mute the tab.
Yeah. Right, so you guys are only hearing it because it's coming through as desktop sound.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I mute it, you guys shouldn't hear anything?
I can't hear anything.
Right. Nothing?
Yeah, now it's quiet.
Okay, good. So what we got? Okay, so yeah, after spending 15 minutes to get back to the monastery, after heading about half an hour on the way that you think you should be going, you hear a rustling coming from the leaves. Could I get you guys to make listen and see perception check? So the ranks of listen and see, adding perception.
So my listen is at 2, my C is at...
So what was that? Your listen is at 2, your C is at...
Yeah. 1.
Right, and do you have any bonus ranks in perception?
So I have 4 perception, 1 listen, and 1 C. So that would be...
You actually 1 rank off being able to roll it properly, so you just roll 1d6 plus 2.
Alright, so I have 1 in senses, which means I will have 2 dice, right?
Yes, for every 3 total. So what was your
Sorry,
C
what?
and listen?
2 and 1. And
Right, so
my
that gives you
perception's
4
2.
ranks. That gives you 4 ranks, so you roll 1d6 plus 1 plus perception.
Right.
Yep. I'm bad at explaining, but it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, 1d6 plus 2.
Your perception's only 1?
Oh, my perception's 2.
So it's 1d6 plus 3. You get that extra plus 1 for the bonus rank.
Oh, yeah.
Wait. So for me, it's 1. Is that 1d6? Is it going to be 1d6 plus listen rank plus C rank plus the perception?
No.
Value, or
because you don't have 3 ranks to count as trained, you only add... It's only d6 plus the 2 ranks from listen and see.
I see.
Yep. Or you don't see, as the case may be. Alright. Yep. Both of you notice that there's a faint hissing sound. Not hissing, more of a air being sliced coming from the trees around you. It sounds like some form of blade. There's 2 coming from both left and right of you. What do you do?
I take the left, and I face the sound.
Right.
I try to raise my hand to try to intercept. If it was a blade, try to intercept the hilt of the blade.
So you're gonna try to parry it?
Yeah.
Is it a block or a parry?
It will be a parry.
Okay. Okay. Longfen sees 2 blades hurling towards him. Because you're readied, you do have time to attempt a defense check of your own. You can try to dodge, but the blades will be aimed at the merchant then. Remember that parry is your basic defense check. Block is damage reduction.
Yeah. What page of the PDF are all the rolls at?
19. it's a quick list on 19, then they're expanded on after that.
Yeah. I see Chi Blades coming at me. I'm gonna.
Well, the defense
Raise
checks
my-
are expanded on 17. Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway,
How do I utilize Chi barrier? I want to use that.
whenever you take damage, you decide that you're activating it. So that's an afterthought.
In that case, I just do. I raise my arms in defense.
So you're gonna block.
And yeah, I'm gonna block the attack.
Okay. So block. I'll deal with Wu Ming first because he was rating to parry. So that will be parry plus your weapon type because you raised your hands. Take your pick of the arm types.
Okay. I'll probably use my fist. So that'll be 1 rank in parry and 2 ranks in fist. That'll be 3.
Okay. Roll that and then add agility.
Whoops.
Okay. And Long Fin, you're doing a block.
Yeah.
You still get to make a basic defense check, which is the defense core skill ranks. Do you have at least 3 of those?
Defense skill.
So the defense core skill.
No, I don't have any of those.
You don't have any ranks in it?
Nope.
Okay, so it's just 1d6 then. Okay. Both of you get hit. Both of you get hit. I'll deal with Wu Ming's damage first. So that was 5. You take 7 damage, Wu Ming.
Okay.
But you can use your constitution to reduce it by default, whatever your con was at.
Yeah.
And then if you got barrier, you can do that as well.
I don't have barrier, so my con is. So my constitution base value is 4.
Right, and I'm assuming you're going by default.
Yeah, I'm just going by default.
So at your 50% value, what is your 50%?
Of my constitution?
No, 50% of your total vigor.
That would be 22.
Right, so yeah, 5 is the highest you can use for your con. Yeah, so that's damage reduction of 5, which means you still take, what was it? You still take 2 damage.
Okay.
And now Long Fen.
Yeah, I'm gonna use Constitution and Chi barrier to reduce the damage.
Yeah, you're still getting hit as well. It's 8 damage to you.
Okay.
And so your Constitution reduces it by 5, and then you activate Chi barrier.
Yeah.
Okay, so lose 4 Chi, and you reduce it by 6 damage, unless you have more ranks in barrier.
Okay, so I take 2.
Yeah. Now that that part's already been done, how does that feel, by the way? Pretty straightforward for dealing with damage?
So
Once you get used to the rules, then yeah.
in my damage reduction, do I actually lose the vigor? Or...
Oh, wait. Sorry, Draco, I just remembered you were blocking, weren't you?
Oh, yeah.
It was blocking.
Still got to do the actual block check. My bad. So now,
Okay.
use your block skill plus any of your pick of the weapon type arm.
Yeah, well, I don't have arm types, so I'm just gonna roll block 1d6, yeah? So I don't have any skills in that.
Okay, yeah, just 1d6. Um, 4. So... Oh, I just realized I fucked that up with your thing. Never mind. My bad, not yours. Don't worry about it. Yeah, so that adds 4 to your damage reduction plus your con. So that's 9 for your damage
Alright,
reduction.
would have that happened before I used the barrier armor?
Yeah. Barrier is an afterthought. So
Yeah, so actually I don't have to use barrier, because if I get 4 from block, then I will take...
it comes out to 9 that way.
damage reduction.
You got
Yeah,
con
so
of 5, yeah?
I don't need to use barrier, because I'll block the whole blow.
Wait, what was your con again? Sorry?
My con is 4.
Your 4. Eisen's 5. Right. So your total damage reduction is 8. And
And
you
the blow
took...
was 8 damage.
Yes. So you just
Okay,
blocked it.
so... yeah, cool.
Alright.
Sorry to interrupt. I'm still kind of iffy on how the 5 is calculated from my con.
What
I
was
understand
that?
it's a very basic thing, but so how did you calculate my con to be 5?
I thought you had 5. Do you not? No, you have 4. Sorry.
My base value is 4.
Right. But because of what was your maximum vigor again? Your total?
My maximum vigor is 44.
Right. So your current maximum that you can set at is 22, which you can't raise or lower it because you don't have any amplify or dampen. So then you divide whatever it is by 4, and that gives you the highest active value you can use, which can be 5.
I see.
But you don't have to use it at 5 if you don't want to. But
Okay.
I'm not using it for this. I'm not draining vigor, so
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. So Draco,
So
you
both
managed
of us
to.
got...
Hmm?
Yeah, so both of us got attacked, so there's one enemy fighting both of us.
Well, no, it's just you guys got hit by a knife trap.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Only the blades.
Yeah.
We were just being
Well, people might have thrown
Um,
them, but there's no one following up. Just had a couple blades thrown at you.
Alright, well since we're in the woods, and it's weird that somebody would set up a mechanical trap here, I'm gonna try and see if I can see anybody.
Okay. That would be. How are you looking around? Like, are you just straight up looking?
I'm just gazing into the woods and trying to focus on any kind of movement or things that aren't plants.
Okay. Can you give me C plus perception and wisdom?
Perception is 2, wisdom
Is
1, C is 1. And because senses is 1, isn't C 2?
Yeah, which means you're only rolling 1d6 plus 2.
Right.
Aizen, are you doing anything?
I kind of want to just raise the voice and ask if and ask who's there.
Okay.
I get a 6 on my C check.
Yes, you did. Let me just do something. Okay, you do see rustling coming from trees. How do I ping in this? I forget.
Click and hold.
You just... yeah.
Okay. That tree. That tree.
Alright.
That tree. Yeah. That one.
Alright, so the
That one.
3 trees... 4...
5 so far.
And that one.
6.
Yeah.
Yep. 6 total.
Okay.
So you weren't high enough to actually see them, but you could see the effects of them being there.
Yeah.
And now this layout is appropriate. So, yeah. So, what would you like to do? The closest one is this one here. Would you like to initiate combat?
Does anyone actually answer my
No,
My-
no, they don't. They don't answer.
Alright, Fang, bellows out, "Who dares to throw these puny knives at us? Show yourself, cowards!" And he takes a step towards this tree, as far as he can move now.
Alright, give me a sec. I'll just clear the list of it. Roll 1d4 and add your reflex, and make that into the turn order.
All of my reflex.
Yeah, your reflex secondary attribute. Add that to 1d4. That's how many motion points you have for the round. Nice. So yeah. So add turn. Set you to 12. Oop, not 123. Okay. Wu Ming as well. Alright, and also Draco, now that you've rolled reflex, you set the value that you're using for dexterity and agility for the round, so spend the vigor.
Right, so I'm spending.
Well, you're using them at 6.
Wait a sec. So I choose to use vigor for. I mean, how much can I spend? Like, how am I setting?
So the current value you're at for your current vigor is 23, yeah?
Yeah, and I can set it up, upper or lower,
Yeah, but
or what?
previously you were at 23, so that's what you got to go for. Or if you want, we can say you're at 24, which lets you have your active values at 6. I mean, it's reasonable for you to travel around with that bit extra.
Yeah. I guess I'm gonna set it at 24.
Yeah, which means you can use anywhere between what their base value is and 6, which is what you've done for your check at 12. That plus 12 means they're both at 6.
Oh, yeah, I got it plus 10.
Yeah, but going at 6, that will be a 12 for your reflex, because it uses the active values, not the base values.
Cool, yeah.
Right. So because you've used them
So
at
it's
6, the cost is half of their base value, which is 2, because it rounds down, plus the difference, which is 1.
Can you repeat that?
So that's 3, but then you've got the ranks in efficiency as well. So that's 2 each. You spent 4 vigor.
Okay.
Yeah. And
I deduct that from my total.
from total and current.
Right.
So
That's
your current
42?
output will still be at 24, but the amount you have available is lowered.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I should be having separate, like, current output and what's remaining.
Well, the current you can keep track of on your own sheet.
Yeah.
Use these as just meters that will drain.
Yeah.
No, because I'll take your word for it for whatever your current output is. It's not really going to change much.
20.
Okay, and Draco, you rolled initiative as well.
Yeah.
Here
Sorry,
you
not
got us
Draco, play
13.
Eisen.
I rolled initiative, and it was the 16. It was the 16 roll.
Right. Wow, I got really confused then. I saw something, thought it was one, then the other. Okay, so Draco, that's you got 13, and then it should be 2 higher. So you got 15. My bad. My mind was all over the place then. And then Wu Ming got 16.
Mm-hmm. And
Yeah, so that's you guys. So Wu Ming gets to go first with what he wants.
can you ping the? Actually,
Closest tree was that one,
okay.
and then there was this one as well. What's your speed?
My speed is 6.
Keep in mind that uses the active value as well. Oh, also you're gonna have, Eisen, you're gonna have to spend vigor as well.
Yeah. I'm trying to decide. Probably at 6 as well.
Well, you've already rolled it at plus 12, so that would have used the sixes. That sets it for the round. You only pay it once per round for agility and dexterity.
Wait, how do you have six speed?
I think you need to explain it from the beginning again. I'm sorry. I think I'm really confused right now.
Which part?
The starting, the part where how I spend vigor to set active value.
Okay, so with agility and dexterity, you set them once per round. The highest they can be is your current output divided by 4, which comes out to 5, but I think your purchased is higher, isn't it? No, it's not. Sorry.
No, my dexterity and agility. Dexterity is 5 after purchase, and agility is 3.
That's right. You purchased ranks into reflex. That's right.
Yes.
So you're only using them at 3 each then? So the highest you can make them both is 5 each.
Okay, so I'll run them at 5 each then.
Okay, so add an extra 2 to what you got.
Mm-hmm.
We'll put that at 18. Because that should be 10 plus... you've got 4 in reflex, so that's 14 as your modifier. So that gives you a total of 18 for your points. And so because you've used those stats at 5, you calculate it, you work out the cost of using them at their base value, which is their number divided by 2, rounded down, plus the difference between the two numbers. So your dexterity...
Which page is this?
Just a sec.
Because I feel like it's probably easier for me to read the...
Page 4. Page 4, I think. No, wait. Does that cover all of it?
Page 4 only talks about
yeah, that's the active values.
AV is set... Yeah.
I think it's in combat, actually. Yeah, combat starts on page 13. It does mention starting the round, setting your dex and agility.
Mm-hmm.
Can't remember where I actually wrote in about spending it. Wait. That's that.
I'm just looking for the equation.
Yeah. There we go. Page 25, vigor consumption. Sorry.
Let's see. Your vigor is primary from equals desired AV minus BV plus 1/2 of your BV. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm bad at explaining. That doesn't mean it's complex.
Yeah.
Yeah. For reference.
I just yeah.
Yeah.
For reference, it would be useful if this was right after the part, like in combat there is the thing, this is how the combat order goes, and because the first thing you have to do is declare stuff, this should be in the PDF right below that.
Put a reminder note elsewhere when it gets to that, yeah. Okay. But Eisen, because your dexterity is already 5, you pay 2 for it being at 5, and then no extra because there's no difference. Your agility is 1 plus 2 because of the difference.
Okay.
But then it's reduced by 1 because you have efficiency.
Okay.
Yeah. So, long-winded, but makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mark it off of my 22 available to me, right?
Pardon?
So the vigor being consumed, it would be consumed. It will be marked off from the 22, which is half of my max value, right?
Yep, but also off the 44 as well.
Okay. So it's -2 on the strength for the strength. Sorry, -2 for the dex and
Still -2
3
for
the agility.
Yep,
Okay,
-2 for
so
both.
-4 total.
Alright.
Okay.
Sorry that was a bit long-winded.
Yeah, I was probably ill-prepared.
Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. This is feedback on my part as well, so... Okay, there is another step that I normally have in combat of phases, but I think for now we'll scrap it just so we can see how combat actually plays as is. The way phases work is you divide your motion points over a number of phases, sort of like speed in Shadowrun. But yeah, won't worry about that. So, Izen, you're up.
Okay.
So you've got 3 motion points before Longfin gets to act, and moving is one motion point. You move up to your speed.
I want to stay by the merchant just in case he gets harmed as well. So I'll probably just stay where I am.
You're gonna wait it out, see what they do.
Stay where I am, and then actually focus on hearing just to.
You're gonna attempt a perception
be prepared
check.
for. Sorry, what?
You're gonna attempt your own perception check to try to spot stuff.
Yes.
Okay, do that. So you're just using listen, or are you gonna see as well?
I'm gonna focus on listening.
Okay.
So
you don't have enough ranks for a dice in that, do you?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't have enough ranks in perception related skill.
Yep. Okay, just roll 1d6 for me. Okay. I'll just keep that
Oh
in
wait,
mind.
does my 1 rank in listen actually help?
Your 1 rank in it, yeah, makes it 1d6 plus 1.
Yeah, it will be 6 then.
Wait. Yeah. Alright, so that doesn't really reveal any new information so far. So you're just going to wait it
Okay.
out till after Longfin?
Yes.
Alright, so we'll say you spent 4 motion points then. One thing you can do as part of your stuff is one of the actions you can do is go to recover, which will let you recover some of your vigor. Where are we?
I mean, I didn't notice. Hold on. Where is it? Huh.
What?
No, because in vigor recovery, I didn't see anything about spending points to recover. I'm looking a little bit.
Page 24, remaining in recovery.
Okay.
Yeah. So you spent 4 points total, didn't you?
Yes.
Okay, so for 1 motion point, you can recover up to your control value, which I'm pretty sure is just 1 for you. It's 1 plus ranks.
Yeah.
So over the next 4 motion points, you can just recover.
Actually, I have to. Sorry. After some tweak, I actually put two in controlling.
Oh, you did?
In vigor, actually. Yeah, I did. It's on my sheet.
Yes, you did. Apologies. So your recovery rate is 3 every time you go to use it. So for 1 motion point,
Right,
you can get back 3.
I spent a point. Yeah, I just spent one of them and then recover my vigor.
Yep. That only comes back from your current, not your total.
Okay.
That's why you don't. That's why you reduce it from both.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So lower your motion points by 1.
Mhm.
Can you actually affect that in the turn order?
I can actually.
You can't? Oh, you can. Okay, good. Makes it easier for me.
Yeah, don't worry. If I have a habit of just saying cannot or does not, I do not instead of can't and don't. So
Okay.
that's one easy way to distinguish.
Okay. So yeah, you have 2 more motion points before Longfeng gets to act. So you're just going to spend those scouting.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll me another d6 plus 1. Oh! Here's a fun part. You rolled a 6. You can explode it.
Oh yeah, I forgot to explode. Sorry. It's
No.
1d6.
You didn't explode
There
the
is
last
one.
one. Okay, so
Never mind.
um,
Never mind.
no,
There's a command for exploding dice.
Yeah.
I forgot what.
Try not to do that
what it
all
was.
try not to do that all the time though, because when it comes to attacks, you can choose to carry it over instead, and ones might remove them and all that.
Okay. So that d6 is my that d6 is my
Yep,
is my
that-
exploded d6.
Yeah, it
Explodes
is.
again.
So that's a total of 16 plus 1. 17.
Yeah, that would be 17.
Okay. Someone has magical hearing.
Yeah. I mean, consider focusing only on the hearing sense of hearing.
Considering I was completely
closing my eyes and
untrained.
stuff.
Bam.
There we go.
Okay, nice.
You spotted them all. I'm guessing you're going to tell Long Fem where they are too.
Yeah. So basically, visually, the audience sees that the audience sees basically a sonar kind of scene where everything is in monochrome, but you can actually see the outline of the bandits.
Yeah.
And then Umi is just going to point out at the trees and mention where they all are to Lawfen.
Yeah. From the sounds that they're making as well, you can tell that they're relatively light-footed, but not as agile as you are.
Okay, so basically they are not heavily equipped.
No.
Either that or they're just skinny.
That's just... Okay. They're trained in stealth skills, but they have average agility and dexterity.
I see.
Yep. Okay.
I relay that as well. So that would be one more movement points spent, right? Motion points, sorry.
Well, spend 2 because I was counting your last check as well. So,
Okay.
now I'm just gonna add them all to the bloody thing. Bam. 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 Okay. Only problem with this is it adds it to the turn order, but then doesn't actually order them. Which
I
is
think. Yeah, I think there is auto sort.
is there?
I thought there was a sorting option.
Maybe. Oh, wait. There we go, I found it. I have to do it after the fact, though. Okay. Yeah. And each one of them has spent 2 of their vigor. Just gotta remember what's what. Sorry. Only one of these actually has a character sheet attached. Okay, so that's the right one. You can't see their stat bars, can you?
I cannot.
Good. That's one of the things I wasn't too sure about, where it's easy for me to keep track of them this way as they do it, but I don't know if you can actually, see it. It's good that you can't. Okay, that's all them sorted, so Now you can see when they're gonna act, so go for it. Because
Right.
Izen's done a couple things, Longfen, you get initiative here.
Okay. How far can I move? My character's speed is 3.
Well, what's the active agility for the round?
6.
Okay, so then it's 1 plus 1 per 2 in agility.
Okay, so 4.
Yep. And that's how many hexes you can move per motion
Alright.
point.
How many motion points do I have?
You have 15,
Okay.
but it's gonna alternate between the two of you. But when you declare that you're moving, you move half the speed, and then the other half when you next get initiative.
Right. Can you move through the trees, or like can you occupy the same space as them?
Nah, they're 1 meter hexes, so trees take up the whole hex.
Yeah. So I can move 2 now.
Yep. And then it'll be 2 when it resolves. So lower your motion
Yeah.
points by 1. Alright. So, yeah, now Aizen, you're up.
I'm going to tell. Yeah, the first thing I'm going to do. I hope this is a free action. I'm going to tell the merchant to actually stay behind the tree and stay low. And
Okay.
I move after Longfen.
Alright. Well, if you guys are just gonna move, then feel free to, like... So yeah, you lower, and then both of you go to resolve at the same time, so you get to move another 2 hexes.
Okay.
Can I move through the hex the trees in, or do I have to go around?
You can, but it'll be a tumble check.
All right. Well, I guess I should move here, and Aizen, you should move here. Next to me. Yeah. So we don't have to
Yeah.
make any checks.
Yep. And now, so that was the last action resolving. Now you get to declare your next one.
Right. I'm gonna move in. Actually, I wonder. I should probably leave space in front of the bandit island to get to. But I mean, I'll get there this turn.
I wonder if I
can
should. Go ahead.
Hmm?
No, I was wondering if I should just circle the tree regardless. And
Try to
I
cut
realize
them
it's
off.
probably not a good idea considering more people will be towards the
Yeah.
north of me, even if I do circle the tree.
Mm.
Well, since we have this many motion points, I think I'm just gonna move here, and then next, when this resolves, I'm going to move.
Yeah. There's no attacks of opportunity or anything, by the way.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I move 2 hexes here. Do I remove 1 motion point again?
Yep. Because you've declared your action, it costs you 1 motion point. And then when you next come up in initiative, your action resolves. But move has a special rule that's just split over the 2. Which means if
Okay.
you're breaking even, moving away is actually a valid defense option.
Okay.
Yep.
So glad.
So both of you are resolving your last actions again, so you get to move the rest of your speed.
All right. Can I opt to move just 1?
Yeah, you move up to your speed.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Cool. I'm gonna move here.
alright. Should keep the character sheet open, shouldn't I? Okay.
Now, which
so,
one of us goes next? Me or Aizen?
Go
Um,
ahead.
look, normally it's meant to break between the 2 of you, but right now it doesn't really matter. Because it's technically going at the same time.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So, to let you know as well, that specific Mook, he has 8 for his motion points.
Cool.
All right. So he's number 8 on the list.
Yeah. Which also means you could
I
do
think-
a 5 motion point attack before it gets to move.
Yeah. How did that spending motion points on attacks work again exactly?
Okay, let me just find it in the PDF.
Combat maneuvers.
Okay, if you look at the quick list in 19,
Yeah.
you choose the weapon type. So you choose a strike type, which has a set motion point value. Then you choose the weapon type, which modifies the motion cost.
Yeah.
And then they're expanded on further.
The basic motion cost is 1, right?
Well, have a look at the strike type. That's the one that you're modifying. So straight is 2.
Okay, right, yeah. I am going to go for a 5 attack. So I'm gonna go for a
Just a strong heel kick.
yes.
Okay.
That's exactly. So Fang slides in next to the guy from a sprint and kind of jumps up in the air and does like a reverse roundhouse kick aimed at the guy's face.
Right. Now spend 5.
Motion points? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I drop down to 8 myself.
Yeah. But you're resolved
Cool.
before he declares, so. And
Yeah.
Izen, we'll deal with yours as well.
Okay. Umi is going to attempt to put the well, Mechanica is going to be grappling, but he's going to attempt to put the bandit into an arm lock.
Okay, so you're just gonna try to hold him in place for the kick.
Yeah.
Okay. Grapple
Well,
is...
he probably didn't realize the. Well, he does realize the kick. Never mind. Yeah.
Well, he might. You never know. But you two have
Yeah.
trained together. You don't have to make a check to see if you know what the other one's doing.
True.
Alright, so the grapple costs 2 motion points.
Yeah. Oops.
Alright. Let me just... Bam. Okay.
And the check is using grapple skill, which I have 0 in.
Yeah. So... But your other combat maneuver... Does combat maneuvers have any ranks?
I don't have any rank in combat maneuver either.
Okay, so all you're doing is rolling 1d6. However, if you look at what you can spend stamina on... the one that lets you add dice to the check, that will make it count as skilled. So not only will you be adding 2 dice, but you're also then adding your attributes to it.
What do you mean?
So normally you need at least 3 ranks before you can add your attribute to a check. But one of the stamina spending options will add 2 dice to a skill check, and because you actually have dice in the check, it counts as skilled, which means you can then add your attributes.
Okay.
So it would be 2d6 plus agility plus strength if you spend the stamina on it.
Yeah, I'll do it. Is that 1 stamina used, or...?
Yep. Spend 1 stamina. And... that's something else written.
So 2d6 plus strength plus agility, right?
Yes. And they use...
It's a 0.
Only one of them gets erased, so the first
Only one.
the first one erases the second one. Now the second one's not there to erase another one. So that's still a 10.
Wait, doesn't that erase a? Oh, okay. So you never mind.
They only erase.
Yeah.
So you can't. If it's already been erased, it can't erase another one.
Gotcha.
So at the very least, you'll get half your result if they're all
Right.
ones. Okay, and just make sure I do it right. That's against a dodge skill defense. Okay. So dodge check for him is not much. Okay. Just making sure I've got the right attribute. Dodge adds agility. Okay. Should GM roll this so you don't... I told you what their agility is anyway. Plus 3. Oh, I have to write roll, don't I?
Yeah, you have to slash roll.
Okay. You got 7. So according to the chart, grapple. If your result is higher, the opponent's grappled. There you go. And
All right.
because he went to dodge, he has to spend 2 motion points as well. Alright, so yeah, that was successful on your end. And now that's that one resolved, you can declare another action.
Okay. Yeah, because he hasn't attacked me yet, so I was just going to keep restraining his motion for as long as possible.
So you're just going to hold him in place.
I'm going to ask him. Was the intention was pretty clear already. Any suggestions, Draco?
What effect does grapple have to my attack? If the bandit is grappled when my attack resolves, does that affect that somehow?
There's no set mechanics on it, but because he's got him in an arm lock, he can't attempt to dodge without breaking out first. So that limits what he can do. He can either block or parry.
Yeah, and there's a pain train coming his way.
Yeah, basically. So, see what I mean? That's why I want to keep those combat maneuvers in. In something like D&D, yeah, it's a false option. In this, when it means they can't dodge out of the way of a heavy hit, kind of does make a difference.
Mm-hmm. Any recommendation on what I should take? What I should do for the next maneuver point?
Well, it's up to you what you want to do. You've got a little bit of... Oh, that's right, you would have spent Vigor for your check as well. Not from agility, because that's for the round, but for your strength.
Okay.
And your strength...
For the strength, it will be...
What value did you use for your strength? 4?
I use 4, which is my default.
Okay, so that would have cost you 2. But then you have 1 efficiency, so that cost you 1.
And it comes out of my total pool as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and with 1 motion point, what you could do is again just actually recover, get your current back up to full.
Sure, that works.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's 1 more spent for you. Now you and one of the mooks are declaring things. So their speed is that. Okay. Which one is it? That one. Okay. You get to declare your next action first. I mean, you could even take a swing at this guy with 1 hand if you want.
But my flaw. I'm not going to be openly attacking someone if he doesn't attack me first. Actually, he did attack me first. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, as far as you know, one of them swung it.
Yeah, forgot about that.
And you did get hit too.
Yeah.
Specifically, you got hit.
Yeah. I'm the only one who got hit too. I got damage too. So.
What are the odds of that?
Yeah, I'm going to. I hope there's a throw option actually after grapple, but that's probably just gonna be expanded combat systems.
No, it's nothing says you can't do it. It's just gotta work out what it is. It'll be a strength check of some kind. Question is though, do you really want to throw him when there's a foot coming his way?
Actually, yeah, that's probably a bad idea.
You could trip him.
I wonder if I was thinking of tripping him so that he's actually on the same. Yeah, he's going to be prone. Cool, I'm gonna trip him.
Okay, that'll cost 3 motion points.
I keep forgetting you cannot.
Yeah, you can't just type -3.
Motion
Yeah.
points.
So what do you think of the combat system so far with spending the motion points? Is it too much? Too complex?
It's fine.
The motion point spending is cool. I like it. The roles are a bit confusing right now because not familiar with all the skills and stuff.
Yeah.
And in the PDF, they're not all on the same page. The skills.
Yeah.
But
exactly that's my complaint is that a lot of maneuvers, not maneuvers, but a lot of things are that are referenced are spread
yeah,
across
but
different parts of the
also
book.
yeah, but I also recognize this is because, I'm used to doing Roll20 automatic rolls through character sheets, and because this
Yeah.
is not a supported game here, there's no, because, in
Yeah.
D&D you can just click your strength and it'll make the roll for you instead of
To
you having
be
to count anything.
to be honest, making a character sheet for this game is going to be pretty much a nightmare for those who program this because of the action value
Yeah, the motion points
system.
and all. Yeah.
Yeah, motion
Yeah,
points
but
are
I
motion points is
think,
fine.
Oh yeah. Because the
Yeah.
stats aren't set.
The stats are
Yeah.
really fluid.
Yeah.
So
I guess I could just
yeah,
make
I-
a skill check button where you do that, you input the 2 skills you're using and the attribute value.
Yeah, I like this system, but I feel like there's something that should be taken into account, which is there should be a sheet included with the PDF just to keep track of your stuff. Like a
Yeah.
sheet with like the stats, and because like you have to modify your strength and con, for example.
Yeah.
So I have a text file with my default stats. I had to open another text file to keep track of my declared next move and my adjusted stats, my adjusted values,
I gotcha.
and the changes in chi, vigor, and all this stuff. So it would be good to have a some sort of sheet for that, so you could know where to check for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as far as the motion points go, that was one of the big things I was worried about. Actually, in play, it's
Yeah,
not
no,
that
the
big
motion.
a deal.
I love the motion points.
Yeah. So in play, it's not that big a deal then.
Yeah, the motion points are not a big deal.
Okay.
They're
Um,
easy and fun.
All right. So first bandit move. I'm just having him spend 2 because he's going to do it anyway.
just curious, when does my trip resolve?
When you would next have initiative, which is at 7.
So
Yeah. So moving is the only exception where you actually get to do something otherwise. But that one's going to approach. And then he's going to start his movement. Ah, crap. I didn't mean to do that. I did what you did.
yeah,
And then that one too is going to start his movement. And then if we reorder everything, everyone sorts their stuff. So he's going to continue further. Continue further. And then he continues to there. So that's 3 of those moves resolved. And then Long Feng. Boot to face.
Yes. It is
So-
a strong heel kick. So
So the way
What
combat
do I need
works
to roll?
completely is
Hmm?
just making sure I do it right as well. So you declare your check after an attacker is resolved, but before the attack roll is made. So he declares the type of defense he's doing first. That way you can't be like, oh, it's
And he-
this, so I need to try to dodge or whatever. With one arm, he's going to try to block your. He's going to try to block your foot. Yep. And so we look at block. Block is 2-part with strength, motion cost of 1. Okay, so he's blocking. Roll your check.
so what am I rolling?
It's strong and heal.
Yeah. So that. Okay, so does the core skill affect the roll?
The core skill adds ranks.
Okay. So
So
if my heal is 1 and I have 1 in the core, then I count heal as 2.
yes.
Okay. So from now on, I'm just gonna declare the final one. So heal is 2.
Yep.
I'm counting. Yeah. Heal is 2. Um, heavy actually attacks are in strike types. It's heavy in the skill thing. Is it supposed to be heavy or strong?
Oh, that was a typo on my part. Same thing.
Yeah. So I have 2 in heal, 5 in heavy.
Right, so that's 7. So 2 dice plus 1.
Yeah.
Then, gotta remember
2d6
which.
plus 1.
And then the attribute you add, I'm pretty sure is. Dex. And because
So
Dex
the
is only
my declared Dex. Right? My Dex AV.
Yeah. Yeah, and you don't have to spend
So
Vigor
that's-
again because Dex is static for the round.
Okay, Dex is 6. Still.
Right, so this is gonna hurt, most likely. So I'm not even gonna bother rolling it, doing his basic defense. Which is
So I roll 2d6 plus 1 plus something.
2d6 plus 1 is your skill check, and then you add Dex to the
Mhm.
result.
Right, so
Yeah.
I add 6.
Because you're rolling 2 dice, you only need to roll at least 1. You can trade out one of them in a controlled effort to just make it a static plus 3. Making it 1d6
Nah.
plus 10.
Nah, it's a 2d6 plus 7 anyway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gives you more chance for exploding too.
seen. And the first one explodes,
Okay.
right?
The explode, you can either roll again to add to the attack check, or add an extra d6 to the damage.
I can add 1 to this or damage.
You can add 1 dice to the attack check, or 1d6 to damage, yeah. Thing
I
is,
think
he's
this
blocking.
attack check's gonna be enough.
He's blocking, so he's not going to dodge anyway. You've hit. Yeah.
So now I roll the damage.
Yes. And if you look at the chart as well, that tells you what the damage is.
1d8
Well, it's 1d8 for...
plus 2.
Yeah, so you're rolling a d12. Plus a d6.
Huh?
Did you carry over the d6?
Yeah.
So that means you're rolling d12 for the kick, plus an extra d6 for the explode.
D12, it's a D8 plus 2, right?
Yeah, as in 2 dice sizes.
Oh.
Oh, okay. 1d12 plus 1d6.
Yeah.
That's it.
And then you add strength.
Flat strength.
Oh wait, sorry, I'm telling you the wrong thing too. How many ranks did you have in total?
In total, in what?
For your heavy heel kick.
7.
Oh, so close. Okay, because for every 4 ranks, you get a bonus damage dice. So you always have 1 damage dice, plus 1 for every 4 ranks. So you have 2d12, plus 3, plus strength, plus d6.
He's going to have his head explode.
Yeah. Sorry, I was telling you the wrong thing. I feel really bad there.
No problem.
But yeah.
Alright, and so what about the strength?
Um,
Add that too?
yeah. You have to spend vigor, and you get to declare which value you're using it at. That's not set for the round.
I'm using it at my default,
Okay.
so 4.
Okay. So 2d12 plus d6 plus 3
4.
for the leftover ranks plus your strength.
Right. Plus 4. Alright.
Right. So that looks painful. Very, very painful. 19. Okay, let's see now. So his con reduces it by 3. So that's 16, and then he's doing a block. So so that's last attack plus that. Okay, so let's say 1, 4. Okay. 6 plus. Wait. Yeah. He soaks up 12 damage, taking 7 in total. He's yeah, you knocked him unconscious just.
Alright, nice.
And he's still limping my hands because arm lock. I guess my trip is going to be very interesting.
Well, because your target is no longer there, you can choose to now become an active character again.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So set your motion value to the same as everyone else. And so you don't get to resolve what you're doing, but then you also didn't spend your... So, Draco, make sure you spent your vigor for your strength as well.
Which would be 4 strength, which is my default, so I spend
2. But, yeah,
yeah.
you didn't have efficiency strength. Yeah. So is it too much spending vigor every time you do stuff, do you reckon?
Huh?
Do you think it's too much spending vigor every time you do something?
But that is a designed. That is the designed. The idea to have vigor is to.
Yeah,
have
yeah.
it- have everything-
I don't mind. Yeah, I don't mind spending vigor as much as just it's.
Calculated for-
I never remember the actual thing because on the PDF I have the combat skills thing open, so I don't have the vigor spending.
Yeah. Well, one of my concerns
thing in
was
front of
about it
me.
taking too much time during combat, but in play it doesn't seem like too much once you know what you're actually spending.
Yeah, I think the
Yes.
easiest way would be to have a macro for it.
Yeah.
And just allow the player to change what their intended value and that is.
Heck, you can set up a macro for each of the combinations of skills. Each of the combinations of attacks. There's only like 9 of them.
Yeah.
Alright, now bandits are going to declare first, and they're all going to move because they're oh so creative. So they're all starting their movement. That's that one, and then that one. Because both of you are up as well, have a think about what your actions are going to be.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only problem is on Roll20 this takes a little bit of time because I can't just say, hey look, next in order. But yeah, so they've all declared they're going to resolve their movement next. As you can see, that guy in front of you is going to come in. But both of you are up now. So
Can you move and attack on the same turn?
no you can't. I've been trying to think of a way to declare a move and declare an attack, but
Yeah, because he's so close to us, and he's coming up to us anyway. But
Well,
I don't want to.
unless he
waste
makes a
any
perception check.
motion points.
unless he makes a perception
Huh?
check, he doesn't know that you're. Unless he succeeds on perception, he doesn't know that you're going to be swinging at him when he comes in.
Okay.
Because a whole round takes place over 2 seconds.
Yeah.
So far you guys have only been going
ad-
for about a second.
Yeah, what advantage does that give me if he doesn't know that I'm going to swing at him? Is he not going to defend?
Well, likelihood, he's still going to walk right up to you. And that will resolve next. So if you do a 1 motion point attack, it's going to resolve as he runs into your fist.
Yeah, I think I will do that. I'm going to do a... front foot jab.
Just a nice quick toe kick.
Yeah, I'm gonna sweep at his leg.
That'll actually be
As he
2
comes
motion
running
points
in.
for that.
That actually is a maneuver.
Oh,
Yeah, tripping is a maneuver.
alright, well, yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna do a straight quick kick then. Not
good.
straight in the sense of
Keep in
straight,
mind
but
that
as a
will be
quick
more
toe
than
kick.
1 motion point.
Keep
in mind that'll be more than 1 motion point.
Oh yeah, fuck's sake, straight is an actual, like, wait. I'm just trying to describe how it would look, right?
Yeah.
Like, how would a toe kick look? Like, you still put your foot straight because it's gonna go forward, right?
Yeah. Straight out, you just solid foot right into the sternum or whatever.
Yeah.
Your foot becomes a dagger.
Yeah.
But a front foot jab, that would be 2 motion points.
Right. Is there any way to... Oh, there's no way to actually perform a one point attack with a leg.
No.
No,
That's
there
it.
isn't.
Legs are always bonus to the damage dice, but they're also more costly on the
Yeah.
motion points. Which is
Well,
realistic.
makes sense.
Then they're
Leg-
then they're doing what I'm trying to accomplish. In that case, though, I am going to use this one motion point to recover vigor.
Okay. And just declare it next round?
Yeah.
Okay. And Aizen?
I'm going to actually do a open palm straight towards this empty
Yep.
hex in front of me, just in case he runs in front.
Yeah.
He runs into me.
Thing is, too, if you miss, you haven't spent any strength figure. So,
Okay,
because you haven't used your strength, you don't lose the vigor.
gotcha.
Yeah. Alright, so spend your motion points. Great, and everybody's at 7. This is going to be interesting. So, they all
Also,
resolve.
How much vigor did I get?
What's your channel?
My channel?
Sorry,
no.
in vigor control, sorry.
My control's 1.
Okay.
I mean 2, because I get 1 from the core skill. My control's 2.
Okay. Actually, I never... trying to think about how that should work. As it is, that's only for checks, so your control's actually only at 1. But your recovery rate is always 1 plus your ranks. I'll have to think about whether I should have the core skill apply that way or not. Could be interesting. Means you can focus completely in other aspects and still increase your stuff like control.
So I would be recovering 3 vigor?
2. Recover 2.
2. Okay.
For this playtest, go by everything as it's written in the book, except faces.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time finding it in the book.
Yeah.
Because for some reason I can't have more than 2 copies of this PDF open, or Foxit Reader doesn't
page
want to
23.
cooperate. Yeah.
Page 23 is where it says what your control value is.
Yeah, cool.
And then the actual recovery part is in page 24.
Yeah.
This is weird where I'm getting conflicting feelings of, oh, this is long-winded, but then the other feeling of, well, it's only that way because we have to keep going back to the book. So, I'm sure once we actually know the system, it'll play a lot quicker,
Yeah.
But yeah, in combat doesn't seem to take too much time spending the vigor itself.
Vigor itself is fine.
And the motion point system's still fine?
Mm-hmm.
Even with
The
everyone
motion
going.
point system. The motion point system is my favorite thing so far.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it actually captures that blow-by-blow moment. Like, everyone's actually acting at the same time. It actually feels that way?
Yeah. Yes. It feels like there's like way more control over what's happening than compared to a D&D round.
And the delayed declare resolve, that doesn't throw you off too much?
No.
No, it allows for reactions.
Yeah. You need to keep track of it. That's the only issue, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just have a notepad file where I have one thing.
Yeah.
It just reads what I'm doing right now.
I mean, I guess it's saying that, it's players are supposed to keep control. That's like a mage charging a spell and the player having to remember what spell they're charging.
Yeah.
It's no different to that. Anyway, they've all resolved, so now you two are resolving. For you, Draco, it doesn't matter. You were just channeling, but Wu Ming had...
For me...
Yep.
Let's see, open palm, -1 damage dice, -1 motion, so... And it's a straight. So, actually, hit first.
He's not going to do any defense there. So he gets 1d6 plus 1. He got 3 on his defense. That's it.
Okay. And let me see, standard checks, so... My roll would be, let's see, character sheet. Palm, which is at 2, +1, actually, palm is at 3, and a straight is at 2.
Okay,
Plus
so
one,
that's
plus-
5
plus
ranks.
3.
So that was 5
Yeah.
ranks, yeah?
Actually, effectively 6 ranks, right? Considering
Does strike type have +1?
my strike type has +1, and my weapon type also has +1.
Okay, so that's 6
So-
ranks, so you roll 2d6 plus dex.
Wait, my dex is 5, my bad. Wow, the
Ah.
ones.
Oh, wow, that was really bad. But you got a total of 6. Because it's still
Yeah.
1 plus 5,
Yeah,
which beats his. What was it? 3.
it's 3, yeah.
Yeah, so you've managed to hit
Okay.
him. So you roll damage.
Barely.
So the straight is d6 and it's dropped to a d4.
Okay.
However, in the extras of the jab, see how it says +1 to roll modifier and attack roll. Oh, sorry. That was jab. Sorry. Straight has nothing but open palm. Knockback distance
Mhm.
increased by 1 foot for each dice that explodes. Dice used in a block skill defense explode on 5 to 6. Just extra stuff to take into account, because when you go to use a block, the weapon skill you normally add is the last weapon skill you use.
Okay.
So if you end up blocking him, you'll actually have a chance of them exploding easier.
I see.
Yeah,
Wow.
that was You still had
I'm
your
really
strength
good at
for
rolling
that.
ones today.
Wait,
Yeah.
how many ranks did you have? 6.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to. Yeah, I have 6 ranks.
So you're actually rolling 2d4 plus 2 plus your strength. I'll let you re-roll that entirely.
Plus my strength, which is at 4 right now.
Okay, so
Much
that,
better.
you got a critical.
Yeah, that's a little bit better. Yeah.
You got a critical. So, as far as criticals go, you have options. You don't just get to explode as normal, because I figured that could ramp damage too high with people that roll lucky. However, you can knock back, stagger, or penetrate. Knockback is a simple. You compare your total check. So, when you do the criticals, you roll the dice again like you exploded, but instead of adding to damage, it just changes the total calculation for the other stuff. So you'll still hit him for 13 no matter which one you do. But if you chose knockback, you roll an extra d4 and your knockback check is 13 plus what you roll. If that makes sense.
I'll choose penetrate, and
Okay,
I
so
is knockback a by the way, is knockback a maneuver, or is that just an effect for knockback, just in case I do intend to knock back later on?
page 16, that's where they are.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, they're only critical options. But
Gotcha.
you know, if you want to increase your chance of a knockback, roll a d4. You know.
I see.
Um,
No, I'm choosing penetration for
Yep.
now.
So roll a d4 and it lowers his damage reduction by that. Keep in mind his damage reduction is 3. You could just choose to do a controlled effort on it.
Damn it!
I was just saying,
I rolled
What's
alright.
up with
you
all
could
the
choose
ones?
to do a
Damn it.
controlled effort, just taking the 2.
Alright, I'll take it too. Thanks.
Yeah, which means he only has damage reduction of 1 against your 12. Sorry, against your 13, doing 12 damage. You've knocked another one down.
He ran into a fist. real hard.
He ran into an open palm of hard exploding, whatever called.
Yeah, it's up to you to flavor your attack, man.
Yeah.
Now you subtract your strength figure again.
Okay, which is still at 4.
What did you use it at? You used it at 5, didn't you?
I used it at 4.
Used
wait,
it-
I used it at 5. Never mind.
Wait, no, you used it at 4. That's right. Because strength is your damage roll. Which,
So
Which-
-2.
yep. But then you've got 1 in efficiency. So -1.
I kept forgetting that.
Yeah. See, if
You roll another initiative when you run out of motion points, right?
Yeah.
okay, now that's everything
Can
resolved.
an action like
Can it
what if
carry
you're
over?
left with like yeah
Yeah, it can.
cool.
Defenses can't, but your declared actions can. So if you've got 2 points left, you declare a 4 motion point action. That puts you at -2. So that subtracts 2 from your next round's initiative.
Okay,
However,
great, cool,
because you
yeah.
have none left for this burst of action, you can't declare any defenses. That actually. So, you know that whole typical
Yeah.
scene where somebody's caught off guard?
Yep.
That's what that is. It's
Mhm.
because, they can't realign themselves quick enough or whatever.
All right, nice.
So everyone's at 7. Again, they're just gonna all move in towards you guys. What are you guys declaring?
You want to go under the tree and I go over the tree?
Sure.
These are pretty tall trees, man.
I think he meant.
Oh, right, I gotcha.
Yep.
So you're declaring move as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so put yourselves down at 6. And now everything else goes to resolve as well. So you guys get your extra 2 movement if you want it. Right.
Now I'm fine where I am. I'm fine where
You need to lower
where I
your
am.
Eisen, you need to lower your motion points.
Oops. Sorry. Thanks.
Yeah. And since the action resolves, I can move my other 2 now.
Yes.
Since Eisen chooses to stay there, I'm gonna go.
Deal with the one
Yeah.
farthest. Yeah.
Alright. I'll let you guys declare your actions first if you want. Or you can wait for them to declare.
Um.
I'll get rid of I'll take care of the ones that are moving anyway.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Just while you're working out what you do. That's another part too, when you have characters that do act at the same time, while the players are trying to work out what they do, the DM can actually take care of stuff like them moving.
Yeah. So if I declare an attack here, that would say theoretically cost like 4 motion points.
Yep.
They could interrupt it with fast attacks.
Yeah, but again, meta knowledge wise, they need to succeed on, a perception knowledge check to know what your attack is. I'm going to have them do the same attack regardless of what you do.
Okay. In that case,
I'm going to declare a shin straight. Yeah.
Okay, so, Eisen, try to, actually describe your attack a bit. Just to add
Okay.
more flavor to it,
Yeah. Cool. So, I move. I watch someone charge towards me, and I decided to, just stay where I am, have him come to me.
Yep.
And then I try to time my kick, and throw a roundhouse at his waist
Right.
or midsection.
Yep. And then spend the motion points. And Long Fin, what are you doing? As you can see, I spent theirs as well, so they're just going for a basic straight closed fist. Just coming at you with a standard swing.
trying to decide between whether to use my Shin or because I don't want to both of them dies.
Hmm.
I think I'm gonna go for a strong Shin attack.
Oh, okay.
Would be 4 motion points.
Shin is +1 and strong is 3, so yes.
Yeah, so
Look at the
as
extra
I-
properties of Shin, though.
Hmm?
Look at the extra properties of Shin.
Yeah?
Just making sure you're aware
You
of it.
cannot block it. Dodge.
Huh?
So while your kick is going on, you cannot block and you cannot dodge.
Oh, so that's for me, that's not for them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If they elaborate
Right.
further down past the chart. It's also for each die in your pool, you get -1 on your attack roll.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, it's a +2 damage for 1 less motion point than heals. So
Yeah, okay, if that's for me, then definitely no, I need to be able to defend myself, because there's more of them coming. I'm gonna go
well, you
for
can still
a-
do. You can even if you're going for the Shin, you can still do a parry.
Yeah, but no, I want to keep dodge open.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go for a heel hook instead.
Okay. So just like another spin kick.
Yeah, I'm gonna like run from behind the tree and see the guy right in front of me, ready to attack, and I'm gonna decide, yeah, I'm gonna try and kick him. And I'm quickly turning around, and as the what's the pants sleeve flutters in the wind, I just spin around and try to kick him in the neck.
Okay. That's 4 motion points.
So that's me at 2.
Yep. Okay, so now resolving the next lot. Again, these guys start to move in closer. And Eisen, your attack.
All right. Let's see.
What was it?
And
You
mine
spent
was
1.
a. Sorry, what was that?
You spent 1. That leaves you with only 2 options for what it was. Well, few options, I guess, but it was either an open palm straight, open palm hook, or close fist or snake fist jab.
I think I. What did I say? I thought I said shin straight.
Shin straight. Well, that should have cost you 3 motion points. You only spent 1.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Oh, if you want to drop further down, that's fine too.
Yeah, I'm dropping further down.
Well, you'll be at 3, not 2, because you already spent 1. Yeah,
Math.
it's fine.
I thought Shin's motion is +1.
Uh,
Oh, I see. Never mind. I see what you mean. Gotcha.
Yeah. Shin is +1, but the straight is 2.
Motion. Yeah.
Again, the chart makes sense once you understand it, you know.
Yeah. For some reason, I dropped when I was thinking of doing the calculation.
Yeah. These guys are going for a move again. Coming in close. And then everyone resolves their stuff, so these guys finish moving.
Question here:
Yeah.
Are there area melee attacks?
Not by default, no. But
Okay.
that said, you could try it. You would have to think of how you try it, though.
You can
Well,
probably
I'm
link.
thinking.
I think you can link a few hooks together.
Yeah, because of
Have
how
making that
brief
option.
a period of time we're talking per attack. Like, this whole round has been 2 seconds.
Yeah, because I'm thinking like a sweep kick technically is 2 seconds or less in a sense, and
Yeah.
it's a wide area.
What you'd
Also,
have to
when you
do is
say that
declare...
when a round is 2 seconds, that means like, you know, the motion points, right?
Yeah, the total of motion points is 2 seconds.
The total of motion points.
Yeah.
Holy shit, our characters are so fast compared to these bandits.
Yeah, these are just bandits that occupied the forest. Like, that's it. You guys are meant to be quick.
Yeah, we 2
That's
seconds though.
significantly faster. Yeah.
Think about it. So far, you've, what, swung twice?
We ran like how long? How big are the hexes? Like a meter.
Yeah.
We've
That's
ran
a lot of
like we've ran like 10 meters in total.
Yeah.
I roundhouse kicked one guy unconscious. He punched someone in the face unconscious, and then we circled the tree.
Mhm. Also, keep in mind, what are your stats like compared to the average person?
I feel like it's you can. I feel like it's easier if we. Yeah, I feel like it's easier to depict time as every time passed per motion points used, rather than per round.
The problem with that, though, is it doesn't say that characters are faster. It says that they have more time.
That's true.
You know.
Yeah, I'm just thinking the.
Also, got to remember.
I like the fact that time is per round, because then otherwise it would get all time bendy and weird.
Yeah.
But the thing is, when a normal character that's slow gets to defend regardless when somebody hits them with the speed of like freaking sound, it's slightly weird in that sense. Like, you know, if a regular person was to get kicked,
Yeah.
by
That's what that
somebody
optional
at that
roll of
speed,
faster
like,
than sight is about, though.
Hmm?
In the optional roll section, I have faster than sight, where if your motion points, like your total for the round, are higher than their motion points plus perception, they get a penalty on their defense, based off the difference.
Damn.
So, you see the idea. The quicker you are, the harder it is for them to defend against.
Yeah, I'm just checking something here. I'm looking up the world record on a 100-meter sprint,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to see how many feet, like in 2 seconds, how many meters could they run, and then I'm gonna multiply that by, let's say, 2,
Okay.
to kind of see if that movement makes any sense, you know?
Yeah, I gotcha.
So 100 meters world record is 9:58.
Yep.
They broke it. They broke 10 seconds already. I mean, they broke 10 seconds.
They broke 10 seconds in.
Way earlier. I know.
Yeah. There's records from 1994 that are like in. Anyway.
Yeah, so these two guys are going to resolve their attacks against you. They're just standard closed fist straight punch.
Yeah.
So.
You know, that's not actually like, if these guys, or characters are super humanly fast, it makes total sense, because a 100-meter sprint at 10 seconds, which is slightly slower than the world record, is 10 meters per second.
Yeah, and look at the speed the bandits are going at.
We're moving around 10 meters in 2 seconds. We're weaving in some kicks and stuff, but we're monks.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it's plus, you're sort of energy enhanced.
Yeah, that's like pushing the limit, but it makes sense. Okay, yeah, I can see that.
Plus, you guys, have very high in your agility and dex attributes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
It's like the bandits.
Yeah, the bandits only moved like.
The bandits
6
have
meters.
average stats. These ones, they're 3s and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, they moved like 6 meters, which actually is fine.
Yeah. But yeah, so are there either of you going to make defenses? And this is where the other thing about the amount of motion points you get is because defenses cost you motion points.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm gonna.
You have a basic defense,
So.
which costs nothing.
Yeah.
Page 19, again, the defense skills are there.
Yeah. Do I have to defend before? Like, do I know which one of those are gonna attack me?
Well, it's only the guy that was already standing there, because the rest have just resolved their movement.
Okay. Yeah. Right. So it's only that one person for now. This
Yeah.
turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna
basic
parry my guy.
defense.
You gonna parry?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll deal with you first then, Eisen.
Okay.
Okay, that explodes. So, and got a total of 11. Roll your parry check, which is parry plus the last weapon type used, which was.
Does that count as? Does my shin that is being resolved count as the weapon type used, or my open palm that was literally the last time it successfully get executed?
The last one you actually did was your open palm.
Yeah. Shin is currently being used.
Yeah. The shin, it hasn't actually happened yet. It's you're about to make the movement.
Okay, so open palm.
Yeah. So parry plus
Okay.
open palm ranks.
Which was parry. I have 1. Open palm ranks. I have 2.
And remember to add the core skill ranks if you have them as well.
Oh yeah, I have 1. I have 1 in weapon type, so that is effectively 4 ranks so far. Yeah,
Okay.
4 ranks in
So-
all skills.
Roll 1d6 plus 1, and then add your agility.
Agility is still currently 5.
Yeah, it's the same for the round.
Yeah.
You can declare it
That
to
is
go
a hit.
higher, but you can't drop it during round. So you got 8.
Yeah.
Sure, not much. Okay, so the results are lower, the attack is successful. And you lose 1 motion point for that.
Yep, I paid it already.
Yep. Okay. And his damage is... Really?
Your call. Do you want to intensify it?
No, thing is, this was a damage roll, so, I had to choose one of the critical options. However,
Oh yeah.
one of them is a 1. So, it doesn't matter what the 6 was, it gets removed.
Oh yeah.
He still gets a critical, but the 6 isn't taken into account, so his actual damage is 4,
Okay.
which you soak up anyway, with your con, I believe.
Yeah, I have 4 con.
Um,
I mean, hey, I do get. What critical effect do you choose?
Penetrate's probably the best option, actually. Screw it. He's actually coming at you with a knife, so it's penetrating. There you go.
Alright, cool.
So you might lose it all. You never know. But yeah, this happens before your con always comes into play, no matter what.
Okay.
5, there you go. So you take 4 damage. Yeah. Oh well. And then the one that attacked was him. He loses... Actually, he loses nothing. That's right, he's got efficiency. Yeah, and now the other one's going to resolve Draco. So...
One question. If I decided to use stamina, would that be before the damage roll has been rolled, or after the damage roll has been rolled to double the reduction?
Just a sec. Which part are you talking about? Double damage reduction?
Yes.
Normally... Actually, you can declare it now if you want.
Sure, I'll use up.
It
I'll
lasts for
burn
the
stamina.
round, and you've only got 4 motion points left.
Oh, for the round? I thought it was the phase.
Well, phases is like broken down further, but I'm not implementing them here. So,
Okay.
but yeah, it'll last for the round, we'll say. So you can double it, but
Nah.
save it just in case,
Yeah.
considering what else
Okay,
you can spend
yeah.
your stamina on. Also, take note of the 4th one in the list.
Yeah. That's probably going to be a really
Yeah,
handy thing to do.
yeah. So
What page are the stamina things on?
22.
22.
Cool. Yeah.
I just realized something too. Even though we've been having to check everything, this combat encounter is still shorter than some D&D encounters.
Because D&D encounters actually, has a thing called an armor value weight. But because AC is a thing,
Yeah, yeah.
I guess
Just
people
interesting.
tend to roll bad.
I was worried about combat taking too long in this, but even with everything happening, it can still be quicker than
No,
D&D.
combat doesn't take too long. It's figuring out
Yeah.
how everything is calculated.
That's what I was taking into account
It's taking the bulk of the time.
when you take out
Yeah.
how long we've spent trying to work out things. Combat isn't actually that long.
Yeah, and I like the fact that it seems to favor, like, when somebody throws an attack, it tends to hit, and
Yeah.
the other person tends to absorb the hit rather than just never get hit,
Yeah.
which
But
I like.
that
because
said, you
in
can
real
always
life,
defend.
like, yeah, because in real life, like, a martial arts master wouldn't miss like 6 punches in a row on a person that's not even moving.
Exactly.
Normally, in a real life fight, say from experience, because I do practice martial arts, it's always going to be absorption, not dodging.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what I like here.
There-
You can
There-
you can
there are
still
way
miss,
more
but it's not.
Go ahead. There are way
it's
more
just
instances
like-
of walking into an attack than active dodging working for you.
Yeah,
That's why I've got the
Exactly.
motion point cost high on the defenses as well, where it's an option, but it's a trade-off. Like you're actually, you're not
Yeah,
going to be
I-
attacking.
yeah, I absolutely love the soak thing, like the fact that your con defines how much damage you take, and it's like, yeah, I like it.
Yeah. All right. So
But yeah, I'm getting attacked now, yeah.
yeah,
So I'm defending, which means I'm gonna do the 0 motion point option. Actually, it says uses ranks from core skill only. Does that mean it doesn't get the attribute bonus?
if you don't have 3 ranks, that's right. However, you can spend stamina to get 2 dice, which makes it count as trained.
I can get 2 dice, so I could roll 2d6 plus
Strength. Plus 1 for your rank.
strength,
Sorry, not strength. Bloody. What was I saying? Strength.
agility.
Yeah, that's the one. See, that's why I have that quick list in there. It is a nice reference once you know what does what.
Yeah. I do not have any skills in defense whatsoever, so if I go
You might want to get some of those.
defend, huh?
You might want to get some of those.
Yeah, but like,
I will say I have a tendency to rely on parrying
There's nothing wrong with that.
because I'm also a video game fighting game player, and
Yeah.
one of
yeah.
the most famous fighting game moments is parrying video.
Yeah. So Draco, if you look on page 22 in stamina, the first thing in the optional extras, adding 2 dice to all your dice pools in the phase. I forgot about that actually. But yeah,
yeah.
I'll let you carry it over to next round because
How long would phases normally be?
well, a phase is actually shorter than a round, but it's all being balanced at the moment. But anything that says for a phase, I'll have last for a round.
Okay.
And normally that would end at the end of this, but because I was telling you wrong, saying it was to 1 check, I'll, have it last for the next round.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do.
So is the phase mechanic just going to be fading out?
No, phase is new, but I wanted to test combat
I
without
see.
it first. Phase breaks.
see.
Yeah.
Phase breaks the rounds down even further. What it is
So you're never mind.
you get the
I
person.
was about to evoke the grand tradition of Math Squad, aka you're phasing in your face mechanic. You say, sorry.
So the way phases work, whoever has the lowest motion points for the round is set to 1 for motion points. However, the amount of phases is set to however many motion points they have. And then everyone else divides their motion points by the amount of phases.
Interesting.
So you still act with the same motion points in a round, but actions are more staggered. Because as you saw, you got a whole bunch of speed movement, but then everyone's going at the same speed, which doesn't really make sense.
Yeah.
Whereas with phases, it's like if you have double their motion points, you literally have 2 per phase and they have 1. You're literally twice their speed.
Nice.
So
Okay,
it's
so I'm thinking
yeah.
now. I'm thinking between whether I would like to add 2 dice to all my dice pools, or whether I'd like to double my damage reduction.
Yeah. If it helps too, as I've got in recovery, for every 15 minutes you rest, you recover 1 point of stamina. So if you can find a clearing to rest in, you can recover it.
Yeah, since you already told us, but I've just forgotten because there's so many numbers, can I ask you, what was the agility of the enemies?
3.
Rolling their attacks on.
What was that? Sorry?
Since you already told us, but I've forgotten because there's so many numbers here, I'd like to ask, what's the stat these guys are rolling their attacks on? What's that stat? Is it? I think it's agility, right?
Dex. Attacks are dex.
Yeah.
It's plus 3. They've only got 3 in the stat.
Yeah. In that case, I'm gonna add 2 dice with 2 stamina.
Okay.
So I'm gonna mark my stamina from 6 to 4.
Yep. No, sorry, 1.
Use...
Just 1 stamina for 2 dice.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna mark
you burn
my
one stamina at a time. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna add stamina to
You can
5.
spend up to 2 stamina per instance. You could spend it all in 1 round if you wanted, but you couldn't do it more than 2 at a time.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna spend 1 stamina for 2 dice, and I'm gonna do a basic defense.
Okay. So that would be 2d6 plus the appropriate attribute.
2d plus agility, which is 6.
Right. So you're probably going to dodge it, but then explosions happen. I'll just roll his attack first. Oh, after that. Oh, and then explode.
So can I roll the d6 now?
Yeah, go ahead. This will be interesting.
19.
Yeah, he misses. Although that was pretty close. Okay, so
yeah, that was.
he goes to take a swing at you, and a basic defense. A dodge is where you move your full body. The basic defense is in Dragon Ball where fist comes at their head and they just move their head to the side.
As the Mook comes at me with his knife, I don't move my feet. I don't actually move. I just kind of lean and it goes right past whizzing.
Yeah,
it's right past my cheek.
It's the twisting the body thing. That's your basic defense, and that's why it costs no extra motion points, because it's that quick little...
Yeah.
So yeah. The reason I added that too is, otherwise he would have hit you or you spend motion points. There's no choice there. But the basic defense, it's not as likely to work, but it's an option.
Yep.
One thing. I understand... Sorry. Speaking of defense, I noticed that in the previous discussion I mentioned that for parry to base it on agility rather than, what was the other one? Perception. I think.
What was that?
So forever ago, a few weeks ago, you mentioned when we were discussing about parrying, and you were wondering if it should be assigned to agility or perception.
Dexterity.
Agility. Oh, dexterity. Never mind.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if it was about precision or speed.
Yeah, I feel like we can probably work. I feel like you can probably work intelligence or one of the mental.
I'd like to keep them separate. Although I might make optional attributes. 1 mental, 1 physical.
Yeah, because it feels like the entirety of the combat system is built around the physical attributes, and then mental attributes.
Technically, as a chi caster, you could just put points into speed and stay out of range, I guess.
It's the thing too that in real life, it doesn't matter how well you understand something. If your body can't keep up, you can't do it.
Makes sense.
It's I get the whole balance thing, but...
Yeah, and if we're making the DBZ equivalent here, even the quote-unquote spellcasters in Dragon Ball are very martially trained.
Yeah, because the way I think of it is, Actually, that was a. Initially, I said parry is based off of intelligence, as a joke. But to be honest, I do mean it to a certain point.
Yeah, but you can see why.
Because
I'm
to
not
me,
too.
parry is anticipating where they are, where they're striking and
See,
intercepting.
going off that, that's where when you go to, you can make knowledge checks to see what they're doing, and that's when you would use the mental skills to see what's coming towards you to then know how to react appropriately.
Gotcha.
Because as players, I'm telling you what they're doing, but your characters might not know.
Yeah, that's true. Got it.
So you see what I'm
Though,
getting. So-
speaking of parry, I think Dex might fit better for it because now we have 3 agility defense stats. So it's like, on the other hand, it makes sense because dexterity is usually used for attacks
Yeah.
rather, right?
The distinction I make is agility is speed, dexterity is precision.
Yeah, because a parry is like if someone, let's say, swings a sword at you, even if you see it coming and you're fast, you have to angle your sword right and hit them in the sword instead of like,
Yeah.
just hitting them in the side or missing.
And the speed aspect is made up for with the motion cost, so.
Yeah.
Alright. I'll look into changing that.
Yeah.
But yeah, now they're declaring their new actions, and one of them has to move, which he will. That was that one. And then after that, because he's going to declare before you guys, he's going to go for a. They're all now just declaring closed fist straights. They're all just going for another swing inches.
Yeah. Also,
With their
just
knife.
saying, if you sometimes want to have an encounter where the players literally do not know what the enemy's going to do without making a check, the very important motion point system is detrimental to that in one way, which is because the opponents actually have the same rules as the players, which means that a player can deduce the attack that's directed at them based on how many motion points the opponent's losing.
That's what I was saying before about whether I should even tell the players or not, but to me that's the whole meta-knowledge thing. I can tell you exactly what spell the Warlock's casting, but does your character know what spell it is?
Yeah.
You know? It's just, at the moment I'm not worrying about the perception checks to see if your character knows what's coming appropriately, because it's too much to focus on at the moment.
Yeah, because it's like, if you want the characters to not know, really, really want to, then you have to either force roleplay really hard, or you have to just,
keep rolling
let
perceptions
them
every single time. Yeah.
See, roll 20 makes it harder too.
Then you just declare, because the middle ground where the players don't know but they can guess based on the motion points, that is kind of really gamey and not like RPG at
Exactly.
all.
Like I said, it's metagaming. It ruins the fun.
Yeah, so it should be one or the other.
That said, again, so I'm fine with showing the players how much they're spending and all that, and I'm telling you because your characters would know. I'm just going off that. These are slow guys. However, like, say, you're at a martial arts tournament, that's it. You know how many points I spent, but your character, or your character might notice that the person's coming with a kick, but how fast that kick's coming, they might not know. So, that's where you might have to spend a motion point trying to see if you can deduce what the attack's going to be.
Yeah, and I don't know if Roll20 supports that, but if you're doing this via Roll20, I think it's possible to hide just put the players in the turn order, and...
Yeah. The problem is to have it work.
Then the players wouldn't know when they get to go next.
Exactly.
It's a little bit of a... Yeah, I think it would be best to just enforce roleplay and let the players know what's coming at them.
Just straight out, don't metagame it.
Yeah, because the metagame thing just it's kind of in the middle and it's not really cool.
Another thing I wanted to ask is that if someone is striking at me and say it takes four motion points, and my initiative comes up during the 4 motion points.
Yeah.
What's preventing me from moving one hex away from where I stand?
Nothing.
And have him whiff?
In the PDF, I even mentioned the best defense is not being there.
That's what you meant. Got it.
Yeah, and that's part of how I designed the combat system as well, where it's like, you guys are coming in
So,
quickly and killing in one hit, but it's like, in
Yeah.
real life, you wouldn't necessarily be standing there just punching back and forth. You'd be moving, waiting for the right time to go for a swing.
Yeah, do you have to roll anything to move?
Well, no, it's you declare a movement.
Okay.
The way I see it is, there's not enough time
Mhm.
for attacks of opportunity to happen.
Yeah, true. Also, another related to that, if someone just decides to move away every time,
They're not attacking.
huh?
They're not attacking if they move.
Yeah.
My one thing I'm thinking is, instead of, because if a character moves away all the time, it will drag out the play way longer than necessary. I'm
Yeah.
feeling like you need to encourage the character to not disengage fights that actively. I was thinking, would it be fair to actually impose a motion point penalty on disengaging from melee?
Nah, it's because you're always spending it to move in the first place. But then too, it's like if you're just going to keep running, why are you in the fight?
Yeah.
Like you can't win by moving.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's it's okay you're dragging out the fight, but it's like casting healing spells on yourself. You can't win by
Yeah.
healing.
Yeah. Also, related to that whole thing, it's like, I was gonna ask something. Just kind of forgot. Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if somebody's running at you and you want to prepare a move, because like in this system, there's no thing like hold action.
Yeah. You just gotta work out how long
Like-
till they get to you and have one that will resolve when that happens.
Right, so technically there's not really much to do while waiting for someone to charge you other than recover figure or throw spells at them.
Yeah, but like I said, it's if they're gonna get to you in 2 motion points, then declare a 2 motion point attack.
Okay, yes. Okay, that's good.
Like-
yes.
like
so
before.
that's how you hold. So you can prepare,
Yeah.
you can attack without having anyone next to you.
And when it
Just
goes to
having them
happen, you
come.
could just
That's what I did.
that's what happened earlier.
Yeah, cool.
I was basically attacking empty space, just so that when he moves in, the attack actually
Yeah.
ends.
And again, it's
Yeah.
if
Well,
that's
I mean, yeah, it wasn't that clear to me then because it was literally the next thing to happen. But like, yeah, you can do that over longer time periods too.
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
Cool. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that makes sense.
thing
Nice.
is too, like it's you might have it happen where okay, you're moving to this square. They've declared a thing. It's going to resolve when you move into the square. Oh, so I'll move in a different direction. Okay, roll a perception check. Can you actually see
Yeah.
that an attack's about to happen?
Yeah, cool. All right. But
Yeah.
yeah, back to the game. What's happening
Yep.
right now?
Well, you guys get to resolve your attacks first.
Cool.
Okay.
Well, I was holding a heel hook.
Yep.
And mine is a shin straight, so
Okay,
do you
who'd
want
like to go first?
Rico?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Which one are you
Okay.
attacking? The diag?
Eisen is going to go for his shin straight.
Yeah, but who are you attacking? There's to your
Oh.
diagonal and straight in front of you.
I'm pretty sure the guy in front of me was there first, right?
Yes.
Yeah. This guy was also
Yeah,
there.
that's
They're both valid.
no. The thing is, I think this guy was.
Oh, that's
here
right. When you
I
declared it,
started
he
my-
wasn't. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. They're
Oh,
just
that might.
he's
Okay,
ju-
that might be a thing that needs to be tracked as well.
yeah. But again,
where I
that's on the
strike.
players, not. Also, we were talking a lot.
Yeah, that was true. Okay.
Okay, he's just going to go for a basic defense.
Yeah, you should take on the one in front of you and the one below you, so I can fight the one in front of me and the one on above you.
Sure.
between us.
Okay, so he got 2. Sorry, 1. He got 1 on his check.
Wow.
Nice.
Rippity rip.
So unless I don't think I can miss, like at all.
You can.
That's what is Shin and
Actually, wait, no, it is
3?
because you have at least one legitimate dice, don't you?
Yeah.
Then, no, you can't miss.
Yeah.
Because even if it backfires, you add your attribute.
Yeah. That's
However,
Yes, then
do
you-
roll
I guess
because
you
you might
just roll
explode for
damage.
carryover.
Yeah, just to see if there is any exploded die. Okay.
Yeah.
So 1 Shin and 3 straight. So that's 1d6 plus 1 plus my.
No. So that was 1 rank for Shin, was it? No core skill
Yeah.
ranks?
No cross skill ranks
Okay. And then 3 ranks for the other
for
one.
the straight.
And that was including core skill?
That's including cross skill.
So that's 4 ranks. So yeah, 1d6 plus 1 plus your dexterity.
Okay. Which is at 5.
Yep. Oh, nasty. Now are you
Nice.
gonna intensify to try to hit him easier, or are you just gonna boot him in the face?
That doesn't intensify is not even required. I hit him already anyway.
Yeah,
So
I was
put it
making
into
a
the,
joke.
damage.
So yeah, now when you roll your damage, you had 4, so that's 2 dice of damage. It's 1 plus 1 per 4 ranks.
Okay.
So it's 2 dice
So straight.
plus the 1d6.
Two dice as in 2d6s, or
Well, what's the damage dice of your attack?
that's a straight, which is a d6. I see what you mean. The 1d6 was the carryover.
Yeah, so what was your attack again?
My attack was a straight.
Yeah, but what weapon type?
Oh, the Shin.
So that's plus 2 damage size.
Yep.
So that's d10.
5.
2d10 plus a d6 plus strength.
Strength is at 4.
You can use up to 5 for strength.
I'm using 4.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, nasty.
Do damage dice ever explode?
Does damage. That's where you get the critical rolls. So now
Oh,
you
that's the
choose
critical rolls,
penetrate,
yeah.
carry, penetrate, knockback, or stagger.
Can I actually? Okay, since I declared it as a roundhouse, can I say I knock him back in the direction of the one above me, interrupting him?
Any direction away from you, I guess. I haven't really thought that much far into knockback. Let me just look up the rules. Where's that? Knockback. Okay, so your opponent
16,
rolls a
page 16.
Hmm?
No, I'm just saying it's on page 16, so that
Yeah.
all of us are on the same page, literally.
Your actual damage rolled is 21. That doesn't change. However, you roll a d6 again and add it to that value, and that's the damage calculation for knockback. Right, so 26 is what he's rolling against to not be knocked back. And that's balance using strength and con. Okay.
I don't.
Well then. And then, okay, so if the result is 2 or more higher, which it is, target moves back 1 meter for every 2 your result is above their check.
Holy fuck.
So that's
Sliding all the
26.
way.
So that's 8 meters that you sent him back.
That's so many squares.
But then look at the difference in the check here. This is actually, it does make some sense. In,
Yes.
Yeah.
Wuxia physics anyway. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And your damage of 21
Uh-huh.
against his damage reduction of 3 and his health of 6. So you've sent this corpse back 8 meters after exploding it.
Okay.
So how does this look, Eisen?
Yeah, again,
So
it was a roundhouse kick, and you
yeah, it was a. Here's the thing. For roundhouse kick, he would move sideways. Because my
Yeah.
intention was somehow
Oh,
to get
right,
him to
yeah.
fly towards him.
You're right. Sorry.
But if he does fly 8 meters, it will actually even affect Draco's character. It's even gonna affect Longfen.
yeah, at 8 meters, I
not-
probably wouldn't send him past the other guys.
Yeah.
Probably not the best idea because Draco's gonna have to actually roll balance against that.
Yeah.
Well, I have
Never mind.
points in that though.
You'll be rolling against
You know
his
what?
DC.
Yeah, it would be a 26. The DC is
Well,
26.
Round it down a little. We'll say 15.
How about I send him into this tree?
Okay.
Because
You still.
roundhouse kicks roundhouse kicks are really going to affect him sideways rather
Yeah.
than
So you just send this
pushing them
body
back.
flying
It's
out,
kinda-
slams through the tree. There's now a body popped.
Actually, so just kick him sideways and up for some reason.
Yeah.
So his body got hung on a branch.
Okay.
It's just gonna stay there.
Yeah. Okay, and now Draco.
Yeah.
That's,
So my heel hook's gonna resolve.
Yep. So the way things actually work is he declares the defense he's using, then you roll your attack.
Yep.
That way, I roll his defense and it's like, okay, I'll spend stamina for the extra dice and you know what I mean.
Yep.
So, but however, keep in mind you have spent stamina for the extra dice for all checks for a round.
Yeah. So I am going to. I mean.
Poor thing.
Hmm?
No, I'm still saying poor thing for the guy kicked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just seeing it as
Considering
like
you're a
Team
pacifist.
Rocket blasting off things.
Yeah,
And they
up
just
is a
fly off the
direction.
map.
Yeah, just remember, up is a direction.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just 8 meters straight up.
So
So do you
Yeah,
feel
4 meter. 4 meter horizontally, 4 meter.
Yeah.
Well, not 4 meters.
just a diagonal?
Yeah.
So
it's
do you feel
diagonal.
this game still allows for cinematic flair that you'll get from shonen type stuff?
Yeah.
Because that's
Especially when things like
one of the complaints I was getting is having heavy mechanics ruins anime style games, but in
This
play,
is-
I feel
no.
that you can still do that cinematic flair that you'll get in that stuff.
yeah, and it's just so satisfying seeing those huge numbers when you get a good roll.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
like
and it's not like getting
It's-
huge numbers in other
yeah.
games where it's like, haha, because I got plus 27 to my modifier in this. To get huge numbers, you have to actually work for it.
yeah.
Like,
So
Aizen, did you feel that you earned that huge roll?
yeah.
Like, it wasn't just because you had high modifiers or anything, was it?
Modifier does help.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
Definitely.
it didn't just feel like you
Yeah.
rolled a small amount with a big modifier. You feel like you've actually put yourself in the right position to pull off that huge attack.
Especially because the crit comes from the stagger basically came from a successful attack, a successful crit hit. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
What do you think
And
of
then
that
that's-
mechanic as well, where your crit
Usually
is
trickle
determined
down.
by the damage roll, not the attack roll?
Yeah.
mhm.
Does it make sense?
So now
Yeah, it does.
for the heel hook, I roll the skills, heel, hook, and
And
is that just the roll?
the ranks of heal, the ranks of hook, plus dexterity. And remember to add the
Okay.
the core skill ranks as well.
Yeah. So my heel. Yeah. So my heel is 2.
Yeah, he effectively has 7 points, 7 skill points in the entire thing.
7?
Yeah. I have heel 2, hook 4.
Don't you have hook
Uh,
5?
Huh?
Don't you have 3 in hook
Oh
and
yeah,
2
it's
in
yeah,
strike?
it's 5. I have 2 in strike. Yeah, it's So it's
So-
total 7, and
Yep,
then my
so
dex
that's
is 6.
2d6 plus 1, plus your dexterity. Oh,
6
also Eisen, spend your
plus-
vigor if you haven't already.
Oh yeah.
Again, it's just one. See, efficiency seems like a weird skill to take, but seeing it in play, it kind of pays for itself a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, I took both Dex and Agi efficiency because
Yeah.
I'm going to be using those a lot.
And now you're spending 4 instead of bloody 6 around.
Yeah.
And in Eisen's case, he
so-
spends 1 per use of strength instead of 2.
Hmm.
You're twice as efficient with 1 rank.
Yeah.
Which is really weird.
Yeah.
Usually people have to take a few points in a certain skill to make
Yeah.
it really useful.
Mind you, that's only because you also had to
remember they
increase your
cut
strength to
precious
4.
character points.
Yeah.
You had to increase your strength to 4 for it to work out that way, though.
Yeah.
What do you think of the efficiency skills? Do they break the system, or is it more like you recommended to take it?
Actually, considering I have, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Considering we haven't played for a lot, I also start with those words. Well, it's like can't really say yet because
Yeah.
I have a feeling it's gonna come in to play when we're running low on vigor, which happens like
Yeah.
after more than one encounter. But I like the fact that they're useful because usually passive stuff like that, like using up less of a resource, is usually very much
Specialist character.
usually they feel underwhelming.
Yeah.
But this one comes into play often enough to not feel underwhelming.
Even at level 1.
And
it's
also,
still-
my point is that even considering that most of our values we're declaring are really basically almost just our base value instead of a higher value.
So you're spending low to begin with. Think at high levels too, when your attributes are going to be at like 8 or 9. So you're spending
Yeah.
like 7 per use.
Yeah. Also, for my attack, what does it mean when it's a hook and it says attack -1 die?
Just a sec.
Die size -1, I think.
Where are we looking? Where is it?
Combat
eh,
skills,
eh,
strike type, hook.
Eh.
Page 19.
So which one was that? Heal?
Hook.
Hook.
Heal just says no block. Yeah.
-1 per dice in the dice pool. -1 on attack roll. So 2 dice,
Right.
it's -2.
No, wait.
Okay.
For hook, it's opponent's parry -1 per die.
Yeah, but the hook also
Mhm.
receives -1 on the attack roll per dice.
Yeah, because
Oh,
I'm
I see what you
rolling
mean. Got it.
Yeah, because I'm rolling 2d6 plus 1 plus 6. Do I have to factor in the fact it's a hook here?
Yeah. So it's actually 2d6 -1 plus 6.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But-
Because that's why I haven't rolled it yet, because I had to ask about
Yep.
that.
But also, if you notice, explode range on the damage roll is increased by 1 for determining stagger. So if any of your damage dice come up as a 5, if you're rolling d6s, you can declare stagger as a critical.
So my attack roll is 13.
Yes, it is. Yeah, you hit him. Mind you, again, basic
Okay, and then
defense, but...
And then I roll damage.
And how many ranks was that again? 7
In my-
ranks?
Yeah, 7.
Okay, so it's 2 dice plus 3 plus your strength.
2d. Is it d10 because it's a
Heal,
yeah, heal.
that's
So,
plus 2, so
plus
yeah,
2.
2d10 plus 1. Sorry, 2d10 plus 3 plus strength.
Strength for a. What determines its strength, by the way?
No, your
Your
strength.
point.
The strength that you're
Huh?
declaring for the attack,
Oh, 4.
which can be
It's-
anywhere
I
between
have-
your base value and your active value.
Yeah, my base and active are both at 4.
Okay.
And so 2d10 plus 3 plus 4.
Yeah,
15.
that was actually really poor. And also, because there was a hook, again, a 9 or a 10 would have allowed you to crit for a stagger.
Yeah.
Well, he can only reduce it by 3, so it hits with 12, and he's down.
Alright, so at the same time as Feng sees the other Mook getting blasted past, like behind the guy that he's fighting, he
Yep.
just shoots Aizen this look of like nice as he like uses his left foot to sneak a heel hook on the back of that other guy's neck and like pushes his unconscious body to the ground with it.
Yeah. Okay, and this Mook is going to resolve his punch. I didn't decide who it was actually to. Okay, it's going against you, Draco.
Okay.
So are you going to declare a defense?
Yeah, I'm gonna declare a basic defense.
Okay.
Oh, I wonder the attack roll that I made is 2d6, right?
You didn't
The
add your...
stamina that I spent the stamina that I spent earlier gave me.
Yeah, that
dice.
would have
I don't
added
think I
to
rolled
it.
Huh?
That would have added to your check as well.
Yeah, I didn't roll it there. I guess it
Didn't matter.
but I didn't roll it.
Roll 2 extra d6.
Anyway,
See if you would have got more on the explode. Like, see if any would have exploded for more damage.
So I'm just gonna roll flat 2d6.
Yeah, just see what it comes up as. Yeah, see,
Eh.
1, basically nothing. Yeah.
you would have added 1 to
Yeah,
your
I'm gonna
check.
roll my defense now.
You actually would have...
which is
Yeah,
It would have turned out the same.
yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so his attack roll is 6.
yeah, and I need to roll the basic defense. So from stamina I get 2 dice.
Yep. Which lets you count as trained, so you add your attribute.
But do I have any dice to begin with?
Only if you have 3 ranks in basic.
Yeah, but like there is a base roll there, right?
No,
To
the
which
base
I'm
roll of
adding
1d6 is normally if you don't have enough ranks to get dice. However, that gets overwritten
Right.
when you count as trained. So you're still just rolling 2d6 plus agility.
Cool. Yeah.
You're rolling 2d6 plus agility
6.
against 6.
Yeah, active agility.
Yep.
Cool.
Which is staying the same for the round, and you had that at 5, didn't you?
My agi is 5, but I've set it to 6, and it's been at 6 the whole round.
Yeah, there's no point rolling. He straight out misses. Because the lowest you can roll is 1.
Right.
Which means you
Okay.
beat it no matter what.
Yeah, then I don't have to roll. He misses. Cool.
That said, I should also point out that there are points in here where there are tied results with the defense checks. They just haven't come up.
Cool.
So yeah, that's him. And so you guys going to declare your next move. Keep in mind, this guy here has also declared an attack.
Yeah,
goes
you
off
should
next.
probably attack the guy below you. I'm gonna attack the guy between us.
Okay, what are you declaring?
Since these are the last 2 mooks, and I'm hoping that Aizen's gonna waste that guy, I'm just gonna declare I'm gonna declare a...
There's a few 2-point options.
Yeah,
So-
but the thing is...
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was thinking, because if both of these mooks get wasted, it doesn't matter if I roll over to have negative points next round, because they're gonna be dead. Or
Well, you can't waste him until you act.
Right, yeah.
So unless Aizen kills them both before you act next round.
Which still has which has a possibility of happening if I actually use 1-point options.
It's actually specific. If you go an open palm jab, that has a motion cost of 0.5.
No. I'm saying if I go for open palm straights,
Yeah,
2 at a time.
I'm
I
just
can
saying,
still-
one of the trick moves in this, the open palm jab technically has a cost of 0.5. You'll declare it and resolve it before it drops to 1.
Okay, cool.
And then you can declare and resolve at 1 again. So you can attack twice with an open palm jab. It's only D2
Yeah.
damage. But, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a front of foot jab, like a toe kick. at the
Okay.
dude.
And I'm going to open palm straight.
Okay.
The one below me.
So, Aizen, you're set to 0. Sorry, 1. Because of the open palm.
Yeah,
And Draco.
I'm set to 0.
So yours is 2 motion. Okay, and the bandit
Yeah.
Mook, he's going to declare another punch, this time towards Aizen.
Okay.
So, because this Mook declared before you did, Aizen, he's going to get his punch off first.
Sure.
Thing is too, even if you were to drop, you'd still get your attack off.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Are you declaring a defense? Just go a basic
I'm
defense?
just gonna use basic. Yeah, I'm just gonna use basic.
Okay. So whatever your core skill ranks are for the
0.
defense. Okay, just roll 1d6 then. Okay.
There. I can pretty much just soak it, hopefully.
Yeah, yeah. But see, the thing is, it's always worth rolling because you had a chance of it exploding.
Yeah.
So yeah, he gets 9 on his attack roll, so he hits. And then it's... Bam. Hits for 12.
Ooh.
Nasty.
Yeah. I want to spend a stamina to to double my soak, basically.
Okay.
So instead of 4 from con, I increase it to 8 from con and take 4.
Okay. Did you get any of the barrier skills?
No.
No? Okay. So you take 4 damage and lose 1 stamina.
Okay.
Right.
How much health you at?
After that hit, 2.
Yeah. Okay.
And don't worry, I'm not doing the 0 you're dead. It's sort of a, depends what happens sort of thing. But
Okay.
you're not necessarily dead. So yeah, the health
Yeah,
seemed
you're out of
low.
fight.
The health seemed low, but do you think it's actually too low for the situation?
No.
No.
I get
think-
attacked every time I get attacked. I mean, if I fail my defense, I get hit, and it took me.
Yeah.
I actually took 3 hits,
Yeah.
and one mechanic intervention to prevent myself from dying from weapon attacks. So yeah.
So
should
you
be.
feel the portion of damage is justified for
Yeah.
not
Yes.
defending against it.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's way better than in D&D, where it's like, oh, you rolled a low on the AC, now you're gonna take like 10 billion damage and die in 1 hit, because it's
Yeah.
level 1.
Plus, because in this as well, that you're choosing whether you defend or not, if you get... As I was saying before, it comes down, in real life, it's either you defend against it or you take the damage.
Yeah.
The people that know how to swing don't miss by default.
Yep.
Alright, so that was...
I mean, especially
that guy.
because when I actually said, nah, I'm not gonna. Well, I did say I'm not going to bother doing any sophisticated defense.
Yeah.
Like it is my choice.
Yeah, you just tried to do a shift, and he still managed to clock you in the side.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright, so... Aizen, you're now resolving?
So it's a open palm straight. Open
Yep.
palm I have 3. Straight I have 3, so 6.
Okay, this guy's actually going to do a skilled defense. So give me a sec. He's just going to parry. So that's 2 plus. Alright, so yeah, now roll your thing. At 6 ranks, that means you're rolling 2d6.
Is it plus strength or plus dex? I kind of.
Plus dex.
Okay, it will be 5.
Okay.
Damn it.
Ooh, that
So
one
it'll be a
removes the
5.
5, so your total roll is 6.
Oh, so the one still counts. Okay.
Yeah, it's at the very least if you're rolling at least 2 dice, you'll at least come out with 1 on your dice.
Gotcha.
Just came out on top with a parry.
So half damage, right?
Just sec. Parry here. It just straight out
it's a
misses.
6 versus a 6, yeah.
Oh wait, yeah, it's tied. You're right.
Yeah.
Take half damage
I think
before
it's half
applying
damage.
reduction. So roll it, then it
Before?
gets halved, and then he
Okay.
applies reduction.
Okay.
Which makes sense. So you've gone
Yeah.
to swing at him, he's parried, but you still managed to get him in the side of the arm as he's gone to block it.
And knockback +1 per explode, +1 block explode. Okay. So it's d6. So 2d6 +1. Oh wait, I mean 2d6 +5 as again. Right.
Well, it's for every 4 ranks you get a bonus dice. So
Oh, 4 ranks. Never mind. So that's 1 bonus die.
with 2 ranks left over.
So total will be 2d6 +2 +5.
So what was the attack again?
It's a open palm straight.
Open palm straight. Well, that drops it to a d4.
Does that? Why?
Because open palm lowers the
It's
damage
open-
dice.
Yeah.
Oh, -1. Found it. Never mind.
Yeah, all good. All good.
Okay, so 2d4 +2 +5.
Yep.
Hey, that's pretty good for such a low dice.
It is.
Also, like,
A shame
love
none
the
of them
fact-
exploded, but you know.
I love the fact that low dice attacks have a purpose because they explode easier.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
part of how I was looking at it too. Like, what's the easiest way to shove somebody back with an attack? It's not with a closed fist, is it?
Yeah, and I love that because in D&D, rolling low always feels like shit.
Yeah. Whereas this, it's like, you know, open palm jabs. You roll a d2. Okay, I'm not doing much damage. On the other hand, the chance of me getting knocked back on you,
Yeah.
which makes sense. A very quick open palm strike is going to stumble someone back a meter or 2. Okay, so that's 12. It's halved to 6, and he absorbs 3 of it.
Okay.
So, bum. First time
Yeah,
you
my
did
character
damage
is
without
getting-
just killing
getting
him.
haughty.
What was that?
Sorry, what was that? No, I'm just saying my character is just getting haughty, and then it was like, yeah, I can just shove you to death. And
Yeah.
apparently not. After the previous performance, he was like, yeah, you guys are a pushover.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can literally push you over. No.
Okay, so you've halved his health with that. So you get to declare again now, Eisen. And because he
Right.
normally would have declared as well, but because he spent a motion point on his defense. What I would suggest for you is, like I said, the open palm jab, which will make you
Yeah.
resolve at
I was
0.5.
considering that too.
Also, remove your vigor from the strength. Which would still be 1 anyway.
You haven't really mentioned the whole vigor removing thing to me. Is it because I keep rolling with the default values without adjusting?
Well, I have mentioned it to you as well, but it's been as part of the discussion. I'm assuming you've been removing it, yeah?
Not for every attack, no.
Whenever you use strength, you remove it.
And every time it's been 2, right? Because I
Yeah.
have 4 strength.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I
So
assumed you
I'm
were.
going to
It's-
I'm going to declare
So that
open
means
palm
I
jab
need to
because of
twice.
Yeah, you attacking the
Yeah,
guy
no-
beneath you? Yeah, Draco, it's because I can see Aizen's bars, but I couldn't see yours, so I could see his weren't moving.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it's all good.
Also for Dex, because I
I
have...
basically used my
See-
Dex, Agility, and Con remain static throughout the round, so you don't spend each use of them.
Okay,
You can increase your dex and agility declared throughout the round. You can't go lower than you've already declared. You can go higher, and you spend the difference. However,
Cool,
increasing
right,
them won't give you more motion points.
Yeah.
So,
Alright, yeah, so then I've remembered. I've only used strength twice, so I've
that you've missed anyway. Alright, so Aizen, you're going for an open palm jab on the bandit mook below you?
Yeah.
Okay, set you to 0.5, I guess, which, well, good to get into the habit of anyway. And that's going to resolve, so make your attack against him. All he can do is because he has no motion points, all he can do is a basic defense. So
I have 5 points for open palm jab. So
5
just
points total?
so it'll be 1d6.
1d6?
5 points total, yeah.
So 1d6 plus 2, and then add your dex. Oh, nice. Just like that. Oh, it's a jab as well, so it's +1 per dice in the pool. So that would actually be 10.
Oh, that's what it means. Okay.
Yeah. He got 5 anyway. Although that was pretty high for a basic defense roll, jeez. So you hit him. And that was 5 ranks you had, wasn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so that's 1d2 plus 1 plus strength damage. Okay, so the dice doesn't count. You still got 5 for the damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's still hitting him with 5. Let's see now. Open palm. No, nothing else applies there. Still, that does. Even after his con, that drops to 2. Sorry. Yeah, it drops it to 2. So.
It drops to 1 health, right?
Yeah. And now you get to declare and resolve.
Yeah, I'm going to repeat the same jab.
Yep. Keep in mind too, these guys don't actually have anything declared. Sorry. This one here has an attack declared. This guy's only at 0 because he did a defense. So, only the big guy actually has any declared attack to resolve now anyway. So, I'll let you take care of him, Aizen. Make your attack again. Okay. 6 plus 1. Okay. He may actually get out of this.
He might actually, yeah.
No.
Nope.
No, he doesn't.
Or not.
He got 8.
Stagger. Isn't really require isn't really needed considering he's dropped.
Well, he drops it to 4, but do you want to send this guy flying as well? Because open palm, knockback distance increased by 1 meter for each dice that explodes. So you've already got a bonus 1 meter on top. Not that it really matters or anything, but
Yeah, just make him mean the human tornado. Let's just knock him back to you.
Yeah. So he's like, even though he's dead.
Would that be a D6 or a D2?
D2. You roll whatever dice that explodes, that's one you roll.
Does that also explode?
Yes, it does. Okay. So, that was 7,
So,
8,
yeah,
9, 10. 10 for your total check. Let me just. That's.
Wait, 10 for the
knockback
total
is.
check instead of 7 plus 2 plus 5?
What was that?
So, isn't that supposed to be 7 plus 2 plus 5 for the DC?
The one on the last one cancels out one of the 2s.
Oh yeah,
So it's a 3.
got it.
You don't lose
that
that
was
one there because you didn't actually roll a 1 on that result. You rolled a 5 on a D2.
Okay,
That's not a separate dice for the calculation there.
gotcha. So wouldn't that be a 7 plus 2 plus 5, which is a 14?
No, that total at the end there is including your initial roll.
Okay.
Yeah. So you rolled 2, 2, and 1. Then you plus 1 plus 4. Okay.
Oh, I see what you mean. Got it.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just making sure I'm rolling the right thing. So it's balance using strength and con. His balance is 1. Okay. 1d6 plus 6. Oh. He it was 1 per 2 in difference. You got 10 total. So you knock him back 3 meters. So you can slam him into this tree down here as well.
Yeah, let's do that.
So that's 2 you've sent flying into trees. Alright. Yeah, Draco, you gonna resolve yours?
Yeah, the palm foot jab.
Yeah. And
So that is.
he's only rolling a basic defense, so.
Yeah. That's,
And remember, add your extra 2d6.
Yep. That's 7 on the skills again.
Okay, so you've got 2 lots of 3 there, so that's 2d6 plus 1. Then you add dex. Then you add your extra 2d6.
Oh my god, so it's 4d6.
Yep, plus 6.
So for the D6, you have.
Fucking hell, man.
One of the. Which one of those is cancelled by the one?
Okay, the 6 is actually
6.
cancelled out.
Alright, so that is a
14.
13. 14, okay.
Yep. And let's roll his 1d6 plus 1. Okay, 14 versus 1. I'm pretty sure you got him.
Cool. And then damage is
That was 7.
1d.
2d6. Because you start with 1 for damage, then you get an extra 1 for every fall.
Yeah, 2d6 plus leftover ranks.
Yep,
Or what was
which is 3
So, yeah,
plus strength.
and after I roll this, I deduct vigor. from
Yes,
strength.
that's correct. Ooh, nasty. Yeah, he's gone. Yeah, so that was 2 seconds.
Yeah, so Feng looks at, again, another enemy flying somewhere, and at the same time he stuffs his front toes into the lad's eyes in front of him, and the dude grabs his face and falls to the ground.
Yep. Alright, so that was 1 combat. How was that?
I mean, it took a while, but usually combat in these games does tend to take a while, and most of it was just us fumbling over
Yeah.
what to
The
roll.
rules, yeah.
But how did combat
Yeah.
actually feel?
I love it.
Did it actually capture the feel it was going for? Do you think?
Actually, to be honest, I was very, what was the word?
Skeptical?
Skeptical?
Skeptical. Yeah, skeptical of it because on one hand the mechanics looks to be really realistic physics based,
Yeah.
and then on the other hand, you wanted to once again have it to feel like a Shinxia or a shonen story.
Which?
Sorry, which actually you achieved it for however you did it, you achieved it.
So I have solid, realistic mechanics while also allowing a cinematic shonen game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I was really worried that the amount of mechanics is going to bog down the shonen feel.
That was my main concern too, and actually seeing it in play, like, as long as I got the players that are descriptive enough.
Yeah.
So, Now that you finished the
like-
combat,
That's cool.
vigor expenditure after each attack, was that too much?
No.
It was a bit confusing to me at first because I had to spend it only on strength instead of the other three.
Yeah. Well,
Which are
you spend Dex and Agility at the start of the round. You spend Constitution when you first hit, which didn't come up for you. And then you spend Strength whenever you use it.
Yeah,
Basically, whenever you hit, in
Yeah.
the current situation.
yeah, that should be like. I think it's in the PDF actually, but yeah, that was a bit confusing. But other
Yeah.
than that, once I realized that, no,
The
it's
act
not-
of
it's not
spending
that
it each
complicated.
attack isn't too much? Doesn't bog it down too much?
No, not really. And I like the fact that because you have to spend it, it's a legitimate option to just take a breather and do a little charging up
Yeah.
when you don't want to move.
When you're waiting for them to get closer to you, you're not just wasting time. It's straight out, now would actually be a good time
Yeah,
to
if
recover
you don't
some.
want to prepare an attack in advance, you can instead get some vigor back.
Yeah.
And also, it really resonates in my AFK in real life fighting style of waiting for them to tire themselves first, and then actually finding the right time to hit the right strike.
Do you feel the motion points covers that with the only being able to do a basic defense once you're out?
So what's the
I
question?
like it.
With how you can only declare a basic defense once you're at 0 motion points, does that cover that aspect?
Although, no, never mind. I was equating motion points. I was equating motion points to physical stamina while fighting instead of vigor. I was confusing myself.
Yeah, it's all good.
Don't worry.
I see what you're getting at though, where it's like how much you can exert in a burst.
Yeah, and I like the fact that with the expenditure of stamina, it felt like a very real choice based on the enemy at hand, whether to spend stamina on the extra defense rolls. I mean, that's what I spent it on, even though it worked on everything else, but like, spend the stamina on the defense rolls, or to spend it on doubling the soak.
Yeah. You can
There are
do
more
both,
options
but
too, so
because your stamina is actually relatively low, and you'll still lose it throughout the day just by, adventuring.
Yeah, but like, I like that fact, because in D&D, most of the decisions you'll make is just like, hey, it's an undead, let's do radiant damage to it.
Yeah.
Or like, hey, it's a ghost, let's not hit it with melee.
Even in Eberron, where you have action points, it's just, he's got a higher AC, I guess I can use an extra D6. Heck, you even spend it after you've already done your initial roll.
Yeah, and I like the fact you have to do it before. Because
Yeah.
everything that lets you decide after is super unrealistic.
See.
It's like, in real life, you can't decide, like, oh, he's gonna hit me, am I going to defend? Oh, that wasn't so bad, I guess I'm gonna... Wait, what?
Yeah. It's like, one of the few things you can decide after the fact in this is using the barrier, but then that makes sense because your character would see how much force is coming towards them.
Yeah, and because it's magic.
That too, yeah. But the other aspect is, as far as spending stamina, you're spending stamina because you're exerting yourself further. You can't decide to exert yourself after you've already done it.
Yep. Yeah, I like it because, as complex as this is to play for a non-mechanic certain person like me,
It feels
going
justified.
further in sessions, it would get smoother.
Yeah.
Anyway, and even here, it's like, I love the fact that almost every roll takes into account more than one thing.
Yeah,
Which
so
makes
you
it
like the
feel
dual
a
skill
lot
system then?
less- Yeah, it makes it feel a lot less random.
Yeah.
And it gives
once
you
again,
legit...
yeah.
Hmm?
As I said, once again, it does feel like the success or not. The success of the character relies on the success, the planning of the player too. Like,
Yeah.
it's about player skill too.
Yeah.
Rather than
Yeah.
pure character.
It's more than just my
Statistics.
character hits harder.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also the fact that when you have so many options every turn to make, it's not like in, like... Also, I think I have to commend you for the fact that, like, the attack types. Because
The
that's
different
exactly
speeds
what,
and all that.
what Yeah, it gave me this, like, that's what gave me the Dark Souls feel of, like, seeing what the opponent does and then getting to choose how to approach it. Because in D&D, it's just you roll this,
Yeah.
or, like, you use a skill. But, like, the basic attacking thing is what puts me off of that game so much. And here, it's like, it's not just
Yeah.
mashing
You actually have
against the opponent's
attacks.
AC and wishing to get lucky.
Yeah. And again, it's like you saw with the grapple earlier. It's those are actually valid options because you had a chance of him piss bolting before you even collided with him.
Yeah,
be
and I
honest,
like the.
especially with the motion value. I love the aspect of different attack types and the strike type costing different motion values.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fighting game fan, and this basically reminds me of frame data.
That's what I was trying for.
Yep.
Because most games, if they're doing that, would be, this one has high damage but attack penalties. And once your attack modifier is high enough, that attack penalty doesn't matter against certain enemies.
Yeah.
Whereas in
like
this, you can use your heavy attacks, which usually don't have an attack penalty anyway. They're just as likely to hit if you're as trained. However, it's also slower. They can actually move away. So you want to try to get them when they're in the middle of attacking.
Yeah. And it's like, yeah, this system is really complex, but I already feel a lot more familiar with it after just this one session.
Yeah. So it's complex until you get your head around it.
Yeah, the PDF is still horrible though because of the formatting.
That's fine.
Aside from, yeah, but once that gets sorted into like a very fluidly readable form where you can just have Control F open and just type in whatever you're about to do and just check it there, it's gonna be so much faster.
Would you want to edit it down for me?
Bookmarks help a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's like final touches on the PDF.
Yeah,
so.
that's why I haven't touched a lot of that stuff. Is because I've been trying to make sure all the core mechanics work. Would you say there's...
Yeah, of course, because it would be a shame making it look all pretty and shit and be readable and then something doesn't work. And you
I
have to
change
scrap
something,
it.
then I have to change every instance of it. And
Yeah.
As far as that combat went, would you suggest any changes to mechanics? Or is it all pretty spot
Based
on?
on one encounter, I can't really tell.
Yeah.
I liked it. It seems a bit, what's the word? Snowbally? But on the other hand, even the basic mooks did a lot of damage. Like, I had to spend stamina to not get, face blasted, and Eisen went down to 2 HP.
Yeah.
So I think
and Eisen was designed to actually soak some stuff.
Yeah, and I really like the fact that, like, cause, again, comparing to D&D, in D&D, facing a lot of, like, shitty enemies can still be, like, really horrible, because you can roll low on 1 and waste a turn and get hit by, like, 4.
Yeah.
But because of the whole motion point thing, we could decide, like, the way Eisen was able to stagger 2 quick jabs at the mook. So, like, in D&D you couldn't, because, like, if you fail the first roll of those 2, they would get to hit you back, because
I'm posting something in
doesn't exist there.
Yeah, I'm about to post something in the text channel as well. That's the skill list of the mooks.
Cool.
And they just had 3 in all their attributes. That's all they were.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and that kind of, like, those are, like, I don't know if you counted the character points or anything, but those are, like, around 150 characters, right?
Specifically, I think
not
the
quite.
mook is
They're
170.
Like 125. Huh?
The mook is 170.
Really?
Oh, 170 each?
Yeah.
Huh.
I guess it's because they spent so many on...
Okay,
well, yeah,
how much
I don't
is...
know.
Let me see, hold on.
Or more specifically...
It's probably because of the attributes. Because when you consider the fact that they had 3 in all, and let's say I had friggin' 6 Dex and Agi, that means I get half a die. Like, if you imagine if you'd roll a 6, I get half a die bonus on everything that uses those attributes. Which is pretty considerable.
Okay, technically 180 if you include mental attributes as well. But even then, that's 5 more points than you guys got. And they were pretty effective.
Did the mooks actually purchase any secondary attributes?
No, just
I didn't either.
building all the attributes to 3 and this skills list. That's all they had.
You know, I think that kind of shows how much you actually have, because the mooks didn't really plan anything.
No,
just ran
that was
that
just yeah.
And I think fucking 180. What the hell? I wasn't expecting that. I thought these were like 120 or 140 or something. I guess that kind of goes to show how much tactics goes in. All of
But
this.
then you also look at the skills they have: sleight of hand, sneak and hide, all at 2, endurance at 2, climb at 3, jump at 1, tumble and balance at 2.
Yeah, definitely.
So a character with 3 on all primary attributes will have 108 points left from 175, which is like, hold on.
Quite a bit to still get skills.
Yeah, all those skills at that high level is probably what costs
So
much.
yeah, so non-skilled character, non-skilled mook at 3 everything is going to cost 67 points, and then everything else is just skills.
Yeah.
Yep.
And even then, it's like you can't really count the points towards mental attributes because they're not using them.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's, like I said, I gave these guys actual bandit skills as well. You know, the stealth stuff, the athletics, the acrobatics.
Yeah, kind of like I have a bunch of non-combat skills. I used almost all of my abilities in that fight,
Yeah.
which is astounding considering how many I have. Like, I'm so glad I took the vigor manipulation shit. Like, I was considering not taking any of that.
Same here. I didn't realize how needed it was until it was mentioned to me.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, like damn.
So, here's a
the
fun part
skills I
though.
didn't.
You guys get 5 character points to spend.
Hooray.
So, I'd probably suggest some
that's it.
efficiency.
Yeah, I didn't use in the fight my senses or my athletics, but I could have had to use athletics if Eisen decided to launch that mook over me.
Yeah. It's just, it's
In
not
which
that it's a
case-
bad skill, it just didn't come up.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah. Then again, my character is very fighty, though I really need to get some freaking fist skills, because while I built this character, I was going for like the kind of like a taekwondo approach. But when I look at the motion costs, I do see situations where having only leg skills might come in as a disadvantage.
Do you feel the balance between all legs costing bonus motion points is a fair trade-off for the
Well,
extra
you
damage
saw
they do?
how much damage I was
Yes.
rolling, so
Legs need to cost more extra motion points.
Yeah. So,
yeah, and I was one-shotting those guys. So
alright, here's an extra
I
question
don't
too.
think any.
Here's one too, because Draco, you had a specialized, and Eisen went for more of a generalist. Did you feel you were both putting
Yes.
in equally into combat?
Yeah.
You didn't.
Definitely.
You didn't feel like one was overshadowing the other.
No.
No, I mean, I dealt more average damage, but Eisen
Mhm.
launched people into fucking trees.
Yeah. So Draco.
Which kind of is an inverse of what I'm assuming what we intended to do to happen
Yeah.
to have happen.
So everything that seems like should be the logic based off everything I've designed as flaws isn't coming to fruition. Stuff like, you know, imbalances, combat taking too much time, vigor, having to deal with that being too tedious. None of that has come about.
This session has been a bit like awkward, clumsy in the sense that all this mechanics
Figuring out
stuff.
the rules.
But
Yeah.
yeah, but I'd like to play a session or two more of this just to figure
Same.
that, like, get that out of the way.
Really?
And after that, I could give like a more rounded opinion.
Yeah. Eisen, how about you? Would you be up for another session sometime?
Definitely. I mean, I think Sundays are a good time for me, as always.
Right.
If we're talking about scheduling that already.
Oh, it's just, Draco brought it up. I've still got more stuff planned for this session if you guys want to continue, though.
Depends how busy you are. We've been here for quite long. I don't have a problem with
Oh,
it.
wow.
You might have
We
things
have
to
too.
do.
I kind of wanna join the anime club, to be honest.
Oh,
I didn't
that's
expect
fine.
I didn't expect it to last longer than 4 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's totally cool. We played for real long.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's worth it.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
So,
Thanks for that, guys.
I think we can agree. Maybe the schedule will be figured out later, but there's going to be another session of this happening, yeah?
It's good to know.
Also, can I have a copy of if you're fine with it? Can I have a copy of the recording?
Yeah, sure. Draco?
How big is it going to be?
Well, I'll
I
stop
mean, if
recording
you
now.
don't mind uploading it, if you don't mind uploading it to somewhere we can share it, so yeah, sure, I would like it.
Would you
'Cause
call
I'm
this an
actually
interesting
trying to
session, though?
Working on removing my accent.
Would you call this an interesting session that people would actually watch, though?
You can-
There's maybe there's a bit too much mechanics fumbling in this one yet. But
Yeah.
because like now that we know the mechanics and we can actually focus on adding more flavor. Because I mean, yeah, we did add some flavor, but like our characters are just.
I could
wooden
always
blocks
edit it
right
down.
now. Yeah, maybe, I don't know, but like our characters right now are wooden blocks. They're made for a playtest, not like
Yeah,
an
yeah.
actual like campaign. So yeah,
Um,
I don't think.
All right. Tell you what. Next session, would you guys want to make new characters at 200 points, see if you feel better, and we'll do the same sort of campaign that
I'd like to
planned?
spend the 6 points I have on Fang and keep using him. But
Okay.
actually,
And
like,
same
write some
thing,
backstory.
So,
I prefer using my current character for a few more times.
so now that you've seen what they're capable of, the 175 seem reasonable?
Yeah, I'm fine playing at this
Yes.
level. And yeah,
Alright.
I think that's cool. And now that we know that we're like shoveling monks, I can write some backstory for Fang.
I'm going to stop the recording now.